We're live!
Hey!
Hello!
We
What is? We figured it out, you guys. It's so... What fun. What fun.
Oh my gosh.
We're going to do a quick pop out on the chat.
You know, because it just wouldn't be a live stream if there weren't mild technical difficulties.
But if you don't have technical difficulties, I don't even think you're live streaming appropriately.
You're not even.
That's how it goes. That's how it is. Hey, brother! Hey, we figured it out! Hey! What's happening? What's happening, y'all? Let me make sure. Where's OBS so we can check how we're looking? You look a little... I look...
Hold on.
Scoot that way.
This way.
There we go.
Did it.
We did. Hey!
Oh my
gosh. What a fun week. What a fun week it's been. Oh my god, there's so much chat.
So much chat going on. Hello, chat.
Oh my gosh, we have some new members. Thank you. Raven Knight and Matthew Kaplan. Matt Kaplan?
Matt Kaplan.
Do we know that, Matt? I don't know. Maybe we do. Hi. Oh my gosh. Rose Potter Firestorm I can't even read it. It's going so fast. Oh my goodness.
And we got a super chat from Brittany Doe. Hey, brother. Are there specific moments in the Disney movies that you relate to, your spouses or kids? Happy almost 4 months, Ben and Alice. Congrats, John and Beth, on your 2 peas in a pod. Love, Brittany and James. I
tell you what, I relate a lot to Pacha coming home right now. his wife washing the dishes. He's like, but I got bad news.
The kids immediately like swarm him.
Yeah.
Oh my
gosh. Oh, hey, brother. What's happening? Thank you, Joey, for the super chat. Oh my goodness.
Holy cow, this is going to the speed of lightning.
There's so many. Oh, it's so many chats. Hello. Love your videos. Keep it over. Thank you, Alyssa Choi. Oh, I can't even read that one. Elian Roosh. Theory, a botched animagus ritual will cause the maledictus to form. Interesting.
That's interesting.
That is.
When we talked about Luna Lovegood and the inevitability that she
is turning into a wolf.
Yeah. That theory holds water, man.
Dude, yeah? Like, as you re-listen to it?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I feel like even just the names of her children are like...
Oh, I know. They're like Wolf and Wolf.
Yeah, it's so intentional. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Like Lorcan and Lysander, is that what it is?
Yep, that sounds exactly right.
Those are her, and she's married to Rolf.
Hi, Blue Wren.
Wolf. Oh my gosh, this is going to be hard to keep track of. There's many things to look at here.
So many things going on. You guys are coming in at the speed of sound. So right out of the gate, though, one of the things that I'm so excited to talk this week because we had 2 theories that
big theories.
Oh, someone just said
Jay is the true host.
Yeah, as if.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, thank you, Chandelier. Thank you, Leva.
What did you think of the theories this week? How'd you feel about them?
Dude, it felt like a really big week for theories.
Yeah. 2 huge ones.
Yeah, 2 really big ones. The Disneyverse one, which I think people have been asking for since 2012.
Yeah.
Thereabouts. And then Dumbledore's big plan.
Dumbledore's big plan is a hootin' and hollering good time. I want to start with the Disneyverse, though, because it feels more fresh, and I feel like there's so much to cover on Dumbledore's big plan.
There is. Okay,
Tons of stuff.
What do you want? Someone's a Buzzy Bee.
Buzzy Bee!
we have some Popcast fans.
It seems like some folks from the Pop have made their way here. Goodness me.
Oh, jeez. Let's see.
We're trying our best here, guys, with the super chats.
Super chats. The Fast Plumber. What was y'all's favorite Year 1 video? Oh.
Year 1 video.
I really liked Candy Wars.
With Panikin?
With Panikin, and I really liked How to Eat an Everything Bagel. And Are Narwhals Real?
Dude, I went back. Were the Zay Frank videos Year 1?
Oh, were they? They might have been. I
saw a TikTok using Zay Frank's voice, and I was like, that's Zay Frank! And then I had to show Allie our video, and she did not realize that when I was showing it to her, that it was our video.
She had seen it before?
No, but like, as we're watching it, she's like, this is so funny. I'm like, this is Jay! And she's like, what?
That's hilarious. That's amazing. In regards to Disneyverse, we're talking Frozen. Do we not have to include Tarzan? No Tarzan. We're starting.
I think
tangled forward.
Tarzan completely out of the equation.
Especially since you see where the ship landed in Frozen 2.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yep. That one sinks that ship pretty quickly.
Rock.
I crack us up.
The Price is Right review. How the Wizarding World view a sorcerer like Doctor Strange. Ooh, boy, like probably way more powerful than them. I would think.
Yeah, I would think so. I think Doctor Strange would be the most powerful wizard.
Yeah, for sure. Luke Martin, hey brothers, love watching your videos and they're getting me through quarantine. Keep up the great work. Oh, thanks so much.
Yay.
Yeah, Dumbledore's plan. We're going to be talking about that tonight. What is the theory for Luna? Oh, look, we have a video on it. It's just that Luna's mom was a maledictus as well, like Nagini. And in an effort to try and cure herself, that's what
Caused
killed
her
her.
death. Yeah.
Yeah. But that Luna has the disease as well.
Right, because it can only be passed down through women. Which is pretty unique to the circumstances. But then both of her children have like wolf-based names.
And her name is Moon.
Right.
Basically.
Right. Yeah. Is Moon.
Yeah. Anyway, first live stream been into. Thank you, Shannon Hasquet. General Samuel sending love and positive vibe from Australia. Yay! Stay safe. Thank you so much.
What time is it in Australia right now?
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't even know which way that goes. I've even been to Australia and I don't know.
I know. Regirl4L. Love watching you guys. Thanks so much for the super chat. Team Ben. Oh, wow, Mouse Quinn.
Thanks, Mouse Quinn.
Wow. Have y'all seen ABC show Once Upon a Time? I've seen like the first season. You've seen a lot of it.
I think I've probably seen two. I saw up until Frozen was about to start where I actually like signed off on it. But it was a show that, like, whenever they got it to the point where everybody was getting along, they immediately made it so that nobody was getting along. So it's like they would work for trust, and they would work for trust, and it was one big team, and then immediately something would happen.
That's how it always goes. That's like TV writing #1.
Right, yeah. Not have people getting along.
Everyone can only be happy and together and in the same spot in the final episode.
Nikki Hendrick, thank you so much.
Thanks so much. Your thoughts on Hagrid Death Eater theory? You know what? We were talking about that exact thing today. I don't think there's any. That doesn't hold any water.
No, I don't think it does. I think that going into the Chamber of Secrets episode of Dumbledore's Big Plan is where and when we will disprove that theory.
I think so.
Because it is on the script for next Tuesday's video already.
Yeah, I feel like I've been thinking about Chamber of Secrets just nonstop all week.
It's so funny because we've talked about Chamber a ton of times, but all of the important stuff in that book pretty much happens right there in that like last exchange.
Yeah.
Like that's where all the meat of it is.
Right. I heard Becky Winters. I heard the biggest plot point in Harry Potter in the Galleon draw, Mr. Weasley won. Nothing following could have happened otherwise. Ooh, that's interesting. That's like a prisoner question. Like he wins on purpose so that Sirius can see. But see, I don't know if that's true because Dumbledore doesn't know Sirius is innocent.
Well, they're just saying the biggest plot point in Harry Potter, not necessarily Dumbledore's big plan.
Okay, you're right. Okay.
So the Galleon draw is one of those things.
Big.
It sets a lot of things in motion.
It does.
Because if not for that, Sirius doesn't get the paper, which doesn't show Wormtail, which means he doesn't get out.
Man, we should make a video about that.
That is a good idea. I love it.
Favorite football soccer team. What's the one Seamus hates? Liverpool? That one.
Arsenal.
It is not possible for a male to be a maledictus. Rubik's, thank you for the question.
That's one of those things about the Maledictus that makes no sense to me is like they're in a circus acting like a human turning into a animal is like noteworthy.
Right, but it's like,
when there are just animagus in the world. I mean, I guess there are so few of them that maybe it would still be a spectacle to see it happen, but
yeah.
Headcanon, Dumbledore secretly trained Hagrid during the summer and concealed his repaired wand. So, okay, I think that the repaired wand I talked about this in my predictions for Fantastic Beasts video.
Yeah.
But I absolutely think that Hagrid shows up in the Fantastic Beasts series.
Yes.
And that his wand is repaired as payment for helping Dumbledore after he secures the Elder Wand.
I agree. Where are we on these? Oh my goodness. Is it possible? Maledictus, Dumbledore, secretly trained Hagrid. How's cement laying going?
Hey! Andy will literally might...
Instagram.
No, I didn't post it to Instagram. We just talked about it on the pop this morning.
You're right.
We talked about concrete. I literally went and picked up 75 80-pound bags of concrete from Lowe's today. It took me 3 trips, 25 bags apiece.
Oh my gosh.
I thought my truck's bumper was going to just like scrape clean off. Like, it was so heavy. Was it like 5,600 pounds or something?
That's a lot. You put your truck to work today.
I put it to work.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks for listening to the pop.
Yeah.
Wanted to say if I'm extremely rough with medical issues. Oh, we've helped.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, thanks. Sorry, Reed Edmonds. Hope you feel better. Young Dope Proud. Why was the Onward Dad only allowed to return for the dead once? It sounded like because he only has the... I bet if they've had more Phoenix Gems, I bet they could do it. Again.
Is that so?
I bet they could. It seems like he underestimated either the amount of Phoenix Gems required. Maybe you needed 2.
Maybe the second one was a bit lucky. like that there happened to be a second one.
Hmm.
That may be like the last one.
Or do you think he intended the quest?
I like that question though. It's a good question.
Let's see.
Jordan, if you're watching, write down notes that seem like good video ideas for us.
She's definitely one. Matt Kaplan, what do you think of the theory that everyone existing in the cinematic universe is part of the same every single movie ever? I don't know about that.
That seems like a tall order.
That seems like a tall order. Yeah.
But I feel like somebody has made a theory about this particular thing. One that I actually kind of like is the Willy Wonka is George Weasley. Like obviously it doesn't play with the worlds in the way that like I have beautifully constructed in my mind.
Right.
But I still like it. Like
sure.
It's kind of fun.
We got this one. Love you guys so much. Please shout me out. S. Rose.
S. Rose.
Thanks for that super chat. Rebecca Sumner. Thanks for all you did. Your videos rock. Thank you so much. So I hope we're not missing anybody. If we are, I'm so sorry. There's so many chats coming in.
We're trying our best here.
Which Hogwarts founder do you guys find most interesting?
Oh,
Slytherin!
Salazar Slytherin.
Absolutely Slytherin!
I would say that my number one goal, the number one thing I want to do is write a Hogwarts founder series.
I think about it all the time.
Same
I think
here.
about it all the time.
Like, this is the thing when it happens in the office and Jay and I start talking about it, like, we will tangent for no joke 2 hours.
Just like
we're
putting stuff on the whiteboard.
Yeah, it's like, well, what will we do with this character when?
This has to be the opening scene, and then this is the end of season 1.
Right, the end of season 1.
End of season 1 right there. And of course, oh man, so much of it makes sense in my head. Like in my head, I've thought about it so much. Slytherin is just the most misunderstood character.
That's what I want. That's what I want. Yep. Go that way.
This way. I already did that one. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, this is very late. Ben, congrats on the wedding.
Thank you so much. The wedding was so much fun.
Rock band enthusiast. Mama Sweets!
Whoa, Mama Sweets!
Hey, with a $50 super chat. Thank you so much. Hey, Brett, is it possible that Elsa, as a magical element, is now immortal? Ooh.
Okay. I totally think that like a video could be made on the idea that Elsa is like Elsa the White, like Gandalf the White.
Yeah.
Because like they both fall into this great big thing. They both emerge with the white. They come running into the scene on a horse. Like there are so many similarities between Gandalf and Elsa.
Elsa is Gandalf.
Elsa is Gandalf.
I do think it's possible Elsa is immortal.
But then Moana could be as well if she has the flower.
Well,
not immortal, but like the ability to survive through time. Even when I was saying it inside of the video, I think I was underestimating what will be the importance of the fact that Moana can live through time.
Right.
It's like I know that I was telling people that was part of the idea, but then upon watching the video, that is her gateway into the rest of the crew. It's important.
I mean, it could be, or else Big Hero 6 can just pick up everyone from anywhere.
That would be, to me, that would be the cop out.
That's fun. Yeah. I found a hiccup in the Pixar theory. I doubt it, but I mean to give you guys.
If cars are on Earth, why are there VW bugs in the world?
Oh, there's still brands. That's fine. That's no problem.
Yeah, I don't particularly see that as an issue.
There's lots of branded cars. Hey, Jay and Ben.
Full Metal Angel.
From Australia. Thank you so much. Imogen Vandermeer. Are you like a year 1 person?
Imogen Vandermeer. That does sound familiar.
Yeah.
It's Saturday morning, 10:20 a.m. It's Saturday morning? That's so fun!
It's part of Dumbledore's plan, testing Harry with how well he uses gifts, because I think Harry would have learned it.
Okay, one thing we did not talk about in year 1, Dumbledore's plan, is Hagrid giving Harry a flute.
Oh.
I thought was one of those that
you're right. We didn't talk about that. There was a bunch of stuff we had to leave out. Like, when they go to the Leaky Cauldron, they meet, for the first time, he meets Quirrell, but he also meets Daedalus Diggle, who you later find out is a member of the Order of the Phoenix. And Dumbledore, what's happening is Dumbledore's having Diggle tail Quirrell.
Exactly. 100%. Because Daedalus Diggle also helps pick up Harry from the Dursleys in Order of the Phoenix. Like, he is one of the go-to chaps.
Let's see, where are we at here?
I think we were just after the 3099 one. So
okay, so here we go. Do you think in Half-Blood Prince Dumbledore instructed Snape to leave his copy? I don't think so.
That would seem... I don't think that Snape could tolerate a world where... we'd have to review it, though, because surely Snape knows where Harry is learning this stuff
Ronald Waslib.
I know what your nickname is, Potter.
That's always funny. Funny. Where are we here? We did Australia. Just patiently waiting for this all day. Yay, Stacy! Final time my internet sucks. Oh no! Feels like you read my mind. Oh, nice shirt. Oh, which one?
We're both wearing SCV shirts.
Oh man, I want nothing more than SCB written founder series. Tell Warner Brothers, Mats. Tell Warner Brothers.
Also, Mats, I want to know, is your name, we always call you Mats, but someone has told me before that is like the Norwegian equivalent of Max.
Oh.
M-A-X.
Oh, interesting.
But it's Mats. Are we saying it wrong? Because, I mean, just correct us, because I would love to get your name right.
Oh, Jay, I hope you got a shiny sizzle bee. The hatch mine at 682 eggs. I don't know where I said I was aiming for that. Was that on the pop too? I'm not there yet, but I'm like only 80 eggs in, so.
You gotta put in some effort, man.
I know. At first I had to get the 400 to fill the decks.
I found a Stone of Jordan today in Diablo 2. So.
Yeah, that took you forever.
Yeah.
What if Moana Tafiti grants her immortality like Maui got immortality? I could see that.
That's another thing that works.
Yeah.
It was fun to finally have a place to put that flower, though.
It was
so many people have messaged us and they're like, "What's up with the flower from Tangled?" And it's like. I think the answer's always kind of been like, it's an Easter egg.
Yeah.
Which was the whole thing about the Disneyverse video, is that it gave importance to so many Easter eggs that we always hear about, but it was like, this is why they all matter.
There. They matter. Where are we at here? LF Newell, thanks for the super chat. Last Jedi, 2017 Jedi, thanks new member. Hubertun, here for you. Avada plus suicide equals Horcruxes. Horcruxes?
Oh, yeah, okay, I think you're right.
But... then you would kill yourself? Though, wouldn't you be dead? I don't know that doesn't sound like it's so terrible she couldn't have written it down. Because that's sort of, it has to be like disgusting.
Couldn't Moana take place during Frozen Tangle's time period? Okay, there is a bunch of people messaged me about this particular thought. Like, it is entirely possible that Moana is just taking place in an area of the world that has less technology.
Yeah.
And that's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
In which case, I think that Moana's ability to interact with everybody else could be solved as simply as she is an explorer. Like,
right.
She is one who goes out looking for new lands.
Them.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but the big thing is that they are literally blocked by continents in both directions. Like, you've got North America here, and you've got Asia here.
So they're far apart.
Yeah, it would be very difficult to get there.
Y'all should do Ashley Moyers. Y'all should do a theory on Newt Scamander being on the autism spectrum. If we ever did like mental health stuff, I would want to be collaborating with
mental health creators.
Mental health creators who knew way more about what they were talking about.
Our trainer, who is a licensed therapist? No, not therapist. What is the word for it? Counselor.
Yeah.
He was explaining to me the other day that he thinks Merida from Brave has ADHD.
Oh.
Which I was like, that's an interesting one.
Interesting.
So I'm pretty sure I have ADHD. So that would be a fun one to tackle.
Dr. Jedafunda, could Harry, if you had all the Deathly Hallows, walk through the veil and come back?
Oh, the veil.
Oh,
the veil.
I don't think he could.
The veil continues to fascinate me. Every single time I listen to it, I have a completely different theory as to what it is and why it's important.
It's like they built the ministry around it.
Right.
Right? Yeah.
Right. It's fascinating.
What do you think of the idea that Dumbledore's half-moon glasses can see magic? I haven't seen other theories on this the other came back. Oh, I've never thought of that. Like, is that how he always knows Harry's in the cloak?
Oh, that would be an interesting one.
I've got special goggles. He's got his special goggles on.
Special goggles.
Yeah. Richard Harris says, "I was the best Dumbledore."
You were
agree.
Richard Harris.
Way to speak back from the grave. Oh. R.I.P. I think Jay and Ben's videos themselves are in the Pixar universe. Thanks so much, GWS Institute.
Okay, I'm gonna throw it not as high as being in the not writing a Hogwarts Founders series, but the ability to be an Easter egg in a Pixar movie.
Oh, that'd be so fun.
Like just like the two old guys, I think at the end of Incredibles.
I like the old days.
I like the old days. It's like they could just have us come do that. It would be like
love it.
Pixar theorists, Ben and Jay Carlin.
Yeah.
Or the Easter egg.
They just have like you and me walking through the background in like really recognizable clothing or something.
Exactly. Pride Rock here.
Yeah, Pride Rock. Yeah, people will know. Do you think after the snap contained the curse? Wait.
After Snape contained the curse in Dumbledore's hand and the Horcrux in the ring had been destroyed, did he still use the stone to attempt to bring his sister back?
No, I don't think so. I just listened to the part where he's talking about that in King's Cross, and he's like, I thought I was going to see her for a second, but then he's like, as soon as it happens, he's like in the process of dying to the curse in his hand, and then Snape comes, and he's like, I'm not going to deal with that anymore.
Right.
Yeah. Justin, Kevin, everyone rags on Dumbledore for letting Harry and friends get into serious danger. Do you believe he was more cautious in Philosopher's Stone, maybe following Harry through the challenge's cloak?
I think that Dumbledore knew he wasn't in true danger. Is sort of what I liked about Dumbledore's plan.
Because of the prophecy.
Because of the prophecy.
Right.
Yeah, and I think that because Voldemort wasn't back in a physical form, I do even think he was protecting Ron and Hermione from a scenario where they had to go in with him. Yeah. Which, again, I think there's a very real possibility we'll see that same thing stand true in Chamber of Secrets.
Yeah.
There's another moment that I'm excited to explore a little bit more to see if that's possible.
Josie Smith, $30. Hey, brothers.
Goodness, so Josie
much.
Smith,
What's
the generosity.
Up? How are you? Graham family, please shout out my daughter, Grace. What's up, Grace?
Oh my gosh, you love the name Grace.
I do, yeah.
Was that not one of your potential, if you were...
It was circling around the daughters' names, if we had daughters.
There you go.
Which we didn't.
Shout out to the Graham family and Grace.
I see some $5 super chats like timing out and then falling off. I'm sorry if we didn't get to you.
We are trying our absolute best.
There is a lot of things happening on the screen right now. Lobster Bisque, hey brother, what do you think the next Fantastic movie will be about? It's in Brazil. It's in Brazil. That's where basilisks are from. So
it is where basilisks are from. But I mean, what would be very frustrating is if they continue to do these little. I don't even know if it's retconning, because if they continue to screw with the main story as we know it too much, then I just will stop counting Fantastic Beasts as canon.
Oh no, it definitely has to be canon, or it's pointless.
Or it's pointless. No, I know. Yeah, it's like it means nothing. Yeah, I don't know. So we'll see. It's kind of like the books always trump the movies, but the movies aren't pointless because it's the only thing we have, and we're always backed up by the books.
Right.
So anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Anna has Aurora powers.
This guy is awake.
Okay. You don't mean Aurora, the other princess. She sleeps. Grandpa Patrol took her magic away before it manifested. Watch Aurora fade when she falls ill. Aurora powers mean waves around polar elements, earth and wind, foreshadowed F2. Interesting.
That is interesting. I would look into that.
Yeah. Giselle S. Queenie's pregnant and comes through Underworld theory. More urgency for marriage? Oh, baby conceived with love potion parallel to Voldemort. Ooh, interesting. Seems like she could just tell him she was pregnant, though. Doesn't seem like she would lie.
Well, I don't know, though. Queenie, I think, has demonstrated some insecurities.
True.
So, I think it makes some amount of sense to me that it would be hard for there to be the scenario where you see them reconcile and then have a baby and then for her to still die.
Well, it's just our theory that she'll die.
I think
she could just survive.
She could just survive.
But that'd be no fun.
I know, yeah. Well, if they end up being the mother and father of Eileen Prince, then I feel like there needs to be some circumstances where you are adjusted to the idea that her world is going to go kind of negative.
Yeah.
Because, Tobias Snape is not the most friendly
he's
person
like abusive.
On the world.
Yeah. Ellie Franz, just wanted to thank you for your happiness and content brings me getting through the quarantine so much easier in New York. Thanks so much, Ellie.
Thanks, Ellie. Our whole family's from New York.
Niles Sanson, good day from Sweden. You have my support for a Founder Series. Thank you so much. We can't wait.
We'll get there eventually.
Who knows? We're going to put it into... This is what we needed. We should have done it on the live stream forever ago.
Right.
Now we're really putting it in the universe.
We're putting it into the universe. That's what you have to do, though, sometimes. If you want to manifest it, you just got to put it out there
and just think positive thoughts. Matt Huber, hey guys, this is In Theory. Just want to tell you how awesome it's been to see you both grow so much over the years. Aw, thanks so much.
Oh, your vids and podcast. Guys, thank you so much for listening to the podcast. That has been... It's like doing year one all over again.
It's so fun.
Because the interaction we're getting, the emails you guys send us, they're delightful. I do appreciate it.
Holly Ann 57, you guys are the absolute best. Your videos are amazing, so great to watch. I've been watching them since year one. Oh my god, that's a long time.
You've been around for... Oh man, what dedication.
Thanks for watching. Kayvon Silas, video idea. Wife versus wife or couple versus couple Podmore quiz. Oh, we've thought about this before.
It would be interesting because both of our wives are very well equipped.
They are.
To take on a Harry Potter trivia event.
They are. What we should do is just not even... We just shouldn't even be in it.
That's
we would just do just Beth versus Alice.
Yes.
Beth versus Alice.
I like it.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Guest hosts.
The
Gryffindors. Oh, my name is pronounced kind of like Mott's, the apple juice brand. Also, just tweeted Warner Brothers. Thank you, Mott's. Okay,
Thank you,
we got it now. Oh, I just got this one. 7-series drama, Adventure Marauder series. All ends on the night of Lillian Jane's death. That would be interesting. My issue with the Marauder series is that it seems like, who would the big bad be? Because Voldemort's around, but they're not going to win.
Right, they're not going to win, and the implications will all be there. So you kind of have like the Rogue One paradox, if you will, where I think in the very first video we ever made about the first ever Rogue One trailer is everyone's going to die.
Right.
And it was kind of like,
everyone knows. Yeah.
What else could possibly they're not important going forward. So not important. They were very important to the story, but they can't be super important and then just not ever show up again.
Yeah. This is where the Department of Mysteries is built around the Veil, and the Ministry is built around the Department. Well, I think we suggested that. Yeah, I mean, the Ministry is just built around it, and the Department of Mysteries is probably where it is because of the Veil.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Okay.
Good thought there, Charlie.
Yes. What Marvel heroes would you want to play Ben for Namor?
That would be so great. That would be so fitting.
I mean, they're already all cast, right? I mean, it'd be great to be Captain America. Or I do Mr. Fantastic. I would totally be Mr. Fantastic.
Oh, you would be a good Mr. Fantastic.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay.
Do it.
Okay.
Although my personal celebrity casting for Mr. Fantastic is John Krasinski.
It's hard to beat that.
I feel like he'd just crush it. And then he could just have Emily Blunt as the Invisible Woman, and I think we're all on board.
Zac Efron
as the Human Torch, and John Cena as the Thing, and Jason Isaacs as Doctor Doom. Sold.
That would Jason Isaacs is Doctor Doom.
Yes,
that's
right?
Spot on. That's who played Lucius Malfoy.
Yeah, Lucius Malfoy, Doctor Doom. Anyway.
So good. Now that Lito Lestrange is
there we go.
Now that Lito Lestrange is dead, who is going to continue the Lestrange line of credence and actually Lestrange heir? Where does Rodolphus? There are two
Raven Knight.
There are two branches of that tree.
Right.
So there is another Lestrange branch that is not the Corvus.
Right. So
branch.
So it's Corvus the First's brother has his own line of Lestranges.
It's funny you asked that though, Raven Knight, because that is a thought that I have found myself circling back to on so many occasions. That has made me want to confirm that Lita's definitely not dead.
Right.
But I think that's the case. Fun fact about Lita, I literally walked backwards into her when we were at an event.
You bumped into Zoe Kravitz.
Yeah, which was really, I turned around. She's so small.
She's very
it was very
petite.
adorable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Charles Hensley, hey, sorry about the misspelling of the last question I asked. Love you guys. Last question I was wondering, what do you think is the least explored thing in the Star Wars universe?
Least explored thing in the Star Wars universe?
Man.
Okay, let's think.
They explore so much in the Star Wars universe. What is the least? I don't know. I'm watching a lot of Star Wars right now, too. I don't know.
It's a good question, because I feel like I have had thoughts about it before.
Like, I want more like Old Republic. That's not very explored.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think one of the things that I would like to see is more about what life. We've talked about this before. If there was a rom-com that just existed in the MCU, where nobody is a superhero, but they exist in that world.
Right.
It would sort of be like getting a show that just demonstrated a lot more of what the Empire's effect on just normal people was.
Right.
Like, not stormtroopers walking around and all that, but just what does the Empire actually do in terms of life for the little guy?
Right. That sounds like an interesting story. Megan Culkeen, I would only trust you guys to write a Founder series. What's my girl Helga Hufflepuff up to in that series? Well, I mean, she's not dating Godric. That's all.
Spoilers.
Spoilers. Would you ever do a video on Percy Jackson? I don't know.
We just have to read it again.
I know.
I've said to myself, and I think we're going to the beach this year. If I go to the beach, then I'm going to listen to the first book again, and then maybe the second and third, so that I can get a better go at it.
Yeah.
I read it in the course of 17 hours.
Yeah.
For a book club, and I just didn't love it. But everyone asks about it, so
I know.
It must be that we're misunderstanding.
But it's also there's 22 books or something.
Right. I know
it's a lot to first consume and then understand enough to present theories that the fandom's not. It's a lot. There's a high barrier to entry.
No added theories, but my son Jonathan wanted so badly to say hello to you. We have loved bonding over your theories. Oh my gosh!
Great name, Sarah Tatum. What's up, Jonathan? Tatum, probably. I'm sorry. I keep seeing some of like the $5 super chats fall off. I'm so sorry if we're missing yours.
We're slowly catching up at this point.
I know we're slowly getting there. Ryan Alex, do you think Voldemort uses that special apparition to mimic Credence turning into an Obscurus, spreading?
Do you think that Voldemort uses that special apparition to mimic
what?
Special apparition?
I don't. Yeah, does he? I don't know that he has special apparition. Maybe like in the movies, he looks a little like fancier or something. But I don't think he has special apparition. He can fly.
He can fly very slowly.
Yeah.
Okay, that is a video that I want to make so badly. Is apparition explained?
Oh, yeah. Why don't they just call it teleporting?
Why don't they just call it teleporting?
I don't know.
Maybe because it's not the same.
Ugh.
We should start a hashtag HP Founders Series and spam Warner Brothers and JK.
I mean,
spam Warner Brothers, but don't spam JK.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be the big thing. We don't want to. If it's Warner Brothers Studios and it gets us on their radar, then great. I don't want to bother an individual.
Yeah. I don't want to bother J.K. Rowling.
Right.
Again. Chira Watson, was Dumbledore using Harry to redeem himself for his sister Ariana's death? I don't think so.
Was Dumbledore No, I don't think. I like Dumbledore.
Yeah.
I have gone around on this. Dumbledore's probably my favorite character in the Harry Potter series.
Ooh, really?
I think he is. I love his wisdom. Actually, I think one of the things, this blows me away from someone who does any amount of writing, that J.K. Rowling was able to create a character that like dropped so many like little droplets of wisdom around.
Yeah.
It's like she wrote those words. Like, but I give so much credit to Dumbledore for it.
I think what I love about Dumbledore is his like pleasant politeness at all times.
Yes.
Like whenever he's talking to people who are being straight up rude to him, and he's like able to like politely sort of like throw him a little jab, but also be perfectly pleasant.
Yes.
He's like, I would love to hear the reasoning behind the rudeness, Rita, or whatever. It's like, I wish I could disarm people that well. I'm so impressed by it.
It demonstrates how in control he is.
Yeah.
Is what it really does. Is that he's able to not get emotional or upset.
Yeah. Ray Kenobi. Hey. If
Ray
Neville were the child of prophecy, would Dumbledore have gone through all this trouble?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. I think he starts doing stuff because he hears the prophecy, and once he knows it's Harry, that's when he targets in on Harry. But I think he would have done the same for Neville.
And I think that Neville's parents would have done the same thing as James and Lily, based on what we know about them. So I think you can almost say that did happen, because I think the same thing would have happened either way.
The question is, would he have offered Alice Longbottom the opportunity to be spared? Because like Snape specifically requests Lily. So
that's fair.
That's a little, but who knows?
Right, but he may have just killed Alice Longbottom anyway. Like the only reason he was going to spare Lily.
Yeah.
She could have still sacrificed herself. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. Head popper. I do think Dumbledore would have helped Neville.
New Amazon Lord of the Rings. You guys going to get into that? Man,
I'm gonna watch it.
I got super into Lord of the Rings earlier this year.
You did.
I've done a whole bunch of Lord of the Rings watching.
Yeah. Oh, did I miss this one?
Can I?
Oh.
Let's see here.
Oh.
Can I send a theory to the business email regarding Credence? I would love to hear your thoughts. People do occasionally send theories to the business email. The only thing that I would say is that please, because of the volume, just don't be upset if you don't get a response, would be the only thing.
Hey.
I try my very best, but it's not always easy.
Okay. Matthew Dole, what Harry Potter character would you like to see redeemed? You'd like to see traitor Marietta Edgecombe redeemed. What a deep cut.
Way.
Yeah.
Marietta Edgecombe. I wrote a sentence about her today.
You did,
fact.
yeah.
Draco Malfoy, 100%. I do not think that Draco gets redemption in the 7 books.
I agree. Not like a...
Yeah, like I don't think Snape is redeemable personally.
Yeah.
And I think that that would be like one thing where I feel like there could have been maybe not the ask to feel as though we had redeemed him or Harry forgave him, because Harry names one of his kids after him.
So Harry forgives him, but I don't know if that redeems.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's a difference.
You can be forgiven without whatever. Anyway. Little kitten, big cat. Thank y'all for making these videos. Thoughts on Drary?
Is that Draco Harry? shipping.
Oh.
I'm a Hermione.
You're a Hermione person.
I am. I stand by it. I can every single time this comes up and we're talking, all of the examples that I've ever thought of go clean out of my brain.
I just watched the Chamber of Secrets movie, and at the end, Hermione comes running back in, and she's all unpetrified, and she like gives Harry this huge hug, and then her and Ron are like, well, hi. It's like super awkward.
Hey there.
Hey there, person.
Is it as awkward as open up you?
Ginny?
It's so
you know what I want redeemed is Ginny in the movies.
Yeah,
that's what I want redeemed.
Yeah. We've talked about making a song, like working with an artist to do Ginny from the books.
Right?
Like
yes. Nothing wrong with Bonnie Wright as an actress.
No, nothing. It's one of those moments that I even feel like she's a great. I think she's great casting. It's just the characteristics. They gave her few moments where she was as cool,
fiery.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Anyway.
Was it? Hold on. Go back to this one.
Oh, did I miss it?
You guys are the best. Stephen Fry.
Oh, hope you had the thumb drive. I'm sure we might have it right outside. We have a bunch of stuff from the P.O. box that I just haven't opened yet.
Oh my gosh, but I do want to listen to the Stephen Fry version.
Me
I've
too.
heard the Jim Dale version like so many times.
Courtney Freeman says, thoroughly enjoyed the Founder series and The Sims. Just want to throw that out there. See, we're already thinking.
We're working on it. We're
working on it. We're chewing on it.
We can't say that probably hasn't somewhat inspired many conversations.
Yeah. Can't not say it. Patrick J. Could apparition be considered an advanced form of the switching spell? Gosh, the switching spell.
Here's the thing about apparition is I think apparition is way harder than we think it is. And I do think that there are very specific rules that would dictate your ability to do it.
Yeah.
Like, if you can't specifically visualize the space that you're going to, you cannot apparate there.
Probably. Yeah, I would think not.
Like, so that makes it, I think that is what is easy to misunderstand.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't, just apparate to New York City because I couldn't picture the city block I'd be trying to land on.
What if you saw a picture of it?
Even still.
Had to have been there.
You have to have been there, maybe. Hey, brothers from Alaska.
What?
Man, how do you think that Grindelwald got his hands on the Phoenix, assuming that Credence isn't actually a Dumbledore?
Well, I think Credence has the Phoenix earlier.
He does.
Yeah, before.
This is part of the problem with Crimes of Grindelwald, is I feel like they almost took people like us into account too much.
Mm-hmm.
But there's this moment where they're, walking through... First off, the note that is given to Credence that says where he's supposed to go says meet me at the bird market.
Right.
Which is a note that you have to freeze frame it to read.
Right.
And then when they go to the bird market, which is a real place in Paris, there's this moment where you see him steal a handful of birdseed.
Yep.
But again, it's what do you unless you go frame by frame, you don't know what he took. It's not one of those oh man, when you go back and watch it, you see him take birdseed.
Yeah.
It's it looks like he just stole food or something.
Right, I just took an apple.
Got that?
Yeah.
More like an Aladdin type of decision than the fistful of birdseed.
Yeah, so that makes it seem like he had the bird even then.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I would agree
he's
with
already caring for it. So, I think no matter what, the Phoenix came to Credence, and I don't think he's like a Dumbledore, like a true sibling, but he's like the Obscurus of Ariana personified or whatever.
Sorcerer's Stone.
Sorcerer's Stone. Yes, that's what we came up with.
Yeah.
That's why Nicholas Flamel's important.
Because Aurelius means gold.
And Ariana means silver.
Yep. And what happens when you touch the stone to metals? It turns to gold.
To gold. Boom!
Why did Dumbledore let Sirius go to Azkaban if he knew he was innocent?
He does.
Kiera.
Kiera.
You're right.
Kira.
You're right.
He does not know that Sirius is innocent.
He does not know that.
Yeah.
I think that he is just as hoodwinked as anyone else.
Yep.
On that particular note. That is a rather important one. Dumbledore's big plan as we get into Prisoner, you start to see so much. It happens in Chamber too, but instead of being on offense, Dumbledore's a little bit on defense. He's reacting to information more than he is implementing everything.
Stuff for Harry to do.
Yeah.
He's not putting Harry's name in the goblet.
No.
He's having to deal with
Harry's name being in the goblet. Yeah.
Yeah. Mary Bronson. Do you ever think that Voldemort's mom's memory of falling in love with Tom Riddle and Half-Blood Prince should have been in the movie? Oh, yes, they should have totally had all the Gaunt stuff in the movies.
They left a lot of stuff out.
Yeah, they made it more of like a teen romance movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like, isn't there a moment where you see Voldemort go and kill Grindelwald, but they never really talk about Grindelwald in the movie? Well, they sort of talk about Grindelwald.
Because he's the thief.
He's the thief. Okay, you're right. You're right. There's so much where I feel like if you've only seen the movies, you must not understand.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
I think. I don't know. Maybe. You guys should do a video ranking all the Harry Potter books and movies, but do them separate.
Zeke, I can't believe we haven't already done that.
Have we not
done that? Have we not ranked? I know we did Marvel movies and Pixar movies and Pixar shorts. Maybe we should just do that. Jordan, write that down.
Write it down, Jordan. Do you have any ideas for videos you really want to do about a series you've never tackled before?
Oh, I mean, there's series we've talked about talking about.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about, like, The Last Airbender would be a big one.
Mm-hmm.
I've attempted to watch... What is the cartoon everybody likes from Disney?
Gravity Falls.
Gravity Falls. And I need to just sit through more of it, I think.
Yeah.
It didn't hook me right away.
I didn't even realize all of it. Like, I told our Google Hangout that I'd been watching it, and they started telling me all these, like, codes that were, like, built into everything that you could be looking for in every episode, and I was like, oh, whoosh. Okay, I gotta...
I wonder if that's how we sound to people when we talk about it. It's like, oh, you guys are in deep.
All right. Maybe it is.
Firestorm BAN. Hey, brother. I've been watching your videos for 4 years and love you guys. I own the new fan account, SCBLover2319. What a good name. And I'm so happy that you noticed it. Hashtag BuzzyB.
Hashtag JazzyJ. All right, guys. Let's
BuzzyB.
be real. Let's be real.
My headcanon tells me that Dolores Umbridge and Ariana Dumbledore were both sexually assaulted. Umbridge by centaurs in the forest, Ariana by 3 Muggle boys.
Ooh, I don't know about Umbridge. I have thought that about Ariana before. That maybe is what she's hinting at. But then she uses the word 3 boys, and like that sounds like maybe it's too young. I don't know. It's a weird topic. I was literally looking into this like a few days ago. I was like, is that way? Because it's so unclear, and it seems like
seems like maybe Percival's reaction to it is a little extreme.
You say that, but then you're like, would you really go after some kids for beating up your daughter? And it's like, well, yeah, mate, probably.
But I mean, to say go after them, I feel like you talk to their parents.
Sure. I guess it's just like, I don't know. They must have like really beat her up like really horribly.
It seems like This is. I feel like we're gonna learn more about what happened in Crimes of Grindelwald or in the Fantastic Beasts series.
Mm-hmm.
Hey brothers, love watching your channel with my sister. Do you think it's possible Dumbledore's dad could have been saved by a phoenix in Azkaban? He was in need and sent for a noble reason.
Ooh, that's interesting. But I don't know. They know he's dead. I don't know. You know what we didn't even bring up in that Dumbledore's the Phoenix video?
What's that?
I thought before. Is that when McGonagall has to go into Ravenclaw common room, the question she gets asked is, which came first, the Phoenix or the Flame?
Yep.
Or maybe it's... No, that's what Luna gets asked. Anyway. But the point is...
Where do vanished objects go?
Yes, that's what McGonagall gets asked. But the question is, which came first, the Phoenix or the Flame? And that's just like a play on which came first, the chicken or the egg.
Right.
The point is, Phoenixes come from flames. Is what it's saying.
Right. And right. Right. That's what you're saying.
And like Dumbledore's tomb goes up in fire.
Goes up in flames. And then a phoenix comes out.
Phoenix comes out. So I'm just saying.
That's a good thought.
Yeah.
That's a good thought.
I think it just blew your mind in real
time. A little bit.
Like, oh right. Crupster on the Phoenix. On the Phoenix, they say the story. It's for their family. Do you think that maybe other families have similar? Oh, like the other families have birds that appear to them.
Oh, interesting.
Maybe the peverils and thestrals.
It seems like birds are deeply significant to everything. It's pretty huge in Cursed Child. It's pretty huge in the first Fantastic Beasts movie, and then phoenixes, of course, are just super important.
Yeah.
So, seems like that's a consistent thread that keeps coming up, but it doesn't seem like she has placed a whole lot of significance on birds otherwise.
Yeah.
So, it's interesting.
It is. This is interesting. There's an Emma Jean's Cafe on Route 66 in California. The story behind it is quite interesting. Do you think there's a connection? No, I didn't know that.
Emma Jean's Cafe.
Because Cars comes out before
Up.
And Pete Docter probably would have been on the well, not that it matters.
That's possible.
Certainly, they could have all stopped at Emma Jean's Cafe, and that's where the name came from on the postcard.
I could see that.
I could totally see that. Now I'm very curious.
Yeah.
Jordan, write that down.
Write it down.
Hey, Matthew! Whoa, super generous. First
Holy
of all,
cow,
by the way,
Matthew.
$50 super chat. Go Team Ben. Wow. Okay, Jay, you're cool too. Thank you. I love y'all's videos. Super helpful to explain. Super fun stuff during quarantine. Can y'all do Jay versus Ben versus fan? Oh, we should.
We should. That would be cool. That would be super cool.
Oh, man. Moose Quinn! I loved your Kingdom Hearts mentioned in your video. Have you ever thought about playing them on the gaming channel? Did we mention Kingdom Hearts? I don't know if we did. We have thought about playing them on the gaming channel.
I downloaded, or I didn't download, I purchased Kingdom Hearts 3, and the thing that I was running into very quickly, and correct me if I'm wrong in saying this, but what I was finding is that it, one, seemed like an enormous amount of watching the game, and two, a lot of people told me you needed to play like Kingdom Hearts and Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and Kingdom Hearts 2.73 repeating in order to understand what was going on. So anyway.
So that was a problem. Yeah. Theory, all Fantasia segments are in the same universe. Oh, don't know. Honest fact, haven't watched them. Fantasia. Except for the Mickey Brooms Buckets part.
Mickey's Brooms and Buckets?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway. Billy Conward, $5 super chat, thanks so much. Stacy Brott with a $50. Oh my god, so super generous of you. It's official, I'm going to have to rewatch this tomorrow. Oh no, I'm sorry, it's not buffering for you. Okay, well it sounds like you have good reason. Family in town, go spend time with them. Thanks for tuning in, Stacy. Thanks for the super chat. You're awesome.
Hello from Costa Rica. If you could be cast in the Harry Potter franchise, who would you be based on personality?
Who would I be based on personality? Oh no.
I think I would be Harry Potter.
You think you'd be... That's such a bold statement, Ben.
I know.
I'm so selfless. I'm probably the most selfless.
If I had to compare. No, I thought about this a lot. Do you ever think of yourself as Harry? Like, do you think you'd make decisions similar?
Oh, I mean, I think that's like part of the way it's written is you're supposed to feel like Harry.
Maybe that's all I'm speaking as.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I feel like I could be a great Hermione.
Probably a good Ron.
Probably
a good Ron. Ron. Could I be Oliver Wood?
Ron. You could be Oliver Wood. I loved Oliver Wood.
Make a fire beater Potter.
Okay.
I feel like it'd be more fun to play like a villain. Like it'd be fun to be Draco.
I could see you being Draco.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Yeah.
Or Lupin. I'd like to be Lupin. That's who I'd want to be.
Oh, you and Beth were saying last week that you don't like Lupin's casting. I guess I never really I don't think I ever laid down that assessment before.
I think Beth doesn't. I mean.
You're indifferent?
I'm indifferent.
Okay.
Maybe it was okay.
Old Half-Blood Prince theory, Dumbledore and Slughorn had switched places hours or even days before the events of Astronomy Tower using Polyjuice potions Slughorn had during potions class.
So, Dumbledore secretly Slughorn in Deathly Hallows?
Seems like he would have been. I think we'd be missing a significant moment from Slughorn that came anytime after the Astronomy Tower.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like his...
He kind of goes from like a key character to sort of just like a peripheral.
Yeah, he's barely in Deathly Hallows.
Yeah.
Other than he does lead some people back from Hogsmeade, which is cool. I like Slughorn. He's fun.
Sabrina Savoy?
Yeah.
Right? Do you think Dumbledore made sure Remus didn't take his Wolfbane on the night they went into the Shrieking Shack to ensure Wormtail would get away and find Voldemort?
I don't think so. I don't think Dumbledore wants Voldemort to come back.
Yeah. Right, like I don't think he's gonna help him come back. I think he knows that he will, but I don't think that he would go out of his way to help. I've always thought that it was a little coincidental that Lupin would not take it on that particular evening.
Especially because it seems like he takes it several days in a row.
Right.
Leading up to it. So it does seem weird. Do you count Hogwarts Mystery as canon? I don't know. I haven't played it. It's very frustrating when you're on like the Wikipedia pages.
Oh,
and
you
you're
find information.
And you're like reading about something. You're like, where did this come from? And then it's like, this is from Hogwarts Mystery. And you're like, I don't think I do.
Yeah.
Because
my knee jerk would say no.
Yeah.
Hey, brother, what Harry Potter theories are you most proud of? Go Team J.
Oh, man. I mean, Dumbledore's Horcrux back in the day.
It was a
super
super solid theory. I still like Dumbledore's Dark Twin. I think that's been a good one.
I like Harry is the Philosopher's Stone.
That was cool because of even how we got to come up with it.
Yeah.
So we were in London working with Google Arts and Culture.
Yeah, Google Arts and Culture.
Which was really cool. We were at
Pottermore.
And Pottermore. We were at the Harry Potter exhibit that was in London. And they're showing us this giant scroll that is like the recipe to make a Philosopher's Stone. And Jay and I had this like...
The Ripley scroll, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had this freak out moment as we're like panning down it and we're like, oh my gosh, white stone, red stone, black stone.
Yeah.
Rubeus, Albus, Sirius Black.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the three colors that come together to make it in the end. And
yeah.
So that was a really fun one.
That was a really fun one.
I think that day the film crew that was with us was like, man, they're really into this. Like,
Yeah,
like that was the moment that it hit them.
But we were standing there with like the curators of the exhibit too, and I think for them it was so like validated, like, oh, these people really appreciate everything we did.
Yeah. They gave us
really
a signed copy of the book. That was so cool.
I'm pretty proud of having that.
That is a good one. That's a good one.
Pretty proud of having it. It's a pretty cool one. Moose Quinn. Okay, so there are other games to play first, but why would you start with Kingdom Hearts 3? Because it's the one that just came out.
Exactly. I think that it was just one of those things where maybe I don't speak video games well enough to know if they have that same type of storytelling tendency.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Like in my mind, it would be like, because it would require you to go back and play on a previous console.
Yeah.
That anything you would play on the most up-to-date console would not require prior knowledge.
I agree with that. Yeah. I feel like that's how it would be made. And yeah, it's like, it's whether or not you think of the game, like, are you playing it for the story or are you playing it, it's like everything in between boss fights, just stuff to fill time between boss fights. You know.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway.
Mrs. Weasley and King's Cross thing of Philosopher's Stone. Wasn't her asking about the platform just a motherly thing to involve Ginny, who wasn't old enough for school yet and not part of Dumbledore's plan? This was part of that theory that I actually particularly liked, because it always does bother me that Molly Weasley, of all people, would not know the platform number when she's been on so many different occasions.
I don't think she's specifically talking to Ginny either. Ginny's just the one who answers.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would sort of be... Is there anything cool about the fact that, like, the first Weasley... No, not even really. I was going to say that Ginny's, like, the first child to talk.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Like, which Weasley child speaks first? Maybe a trivia fact. It'd be hard to answer.
It is. Do you guys think that the main ingredient to the potion in Voldemort's cave was Dementor blood, hence them making relive that? Man, I've never considered that, or that Dementors even had blood.
I know, yeah, it seemed like...
It doesn't seem like, because they can't really die. I'm not sure they have blood.
Okay, that's the thing, is like, I think even Sirius talks about how he watched the Dementors bury Barty Crouch Jr., which is something that, like, is dicey at best, because I just can't imagine Dementors with, like, a shuffle.
It seems like the way the other characters talk about the Dementors, they can converse with them.
Yeah.
Like Fudge would be like, the Dementors are furious, and it's like, what are you talking to them? What do you mean?
Yeah, it's like that's not how it works.
Yeah.
But then, like, it also seems like eventually they're just, like, wisps that breed when, like, sadness is the
Right. Like, they're not really killable things, but they can just sort of, like, I don't know. It's very weird when you read about them in Fantastic Beasts. It's not clear how they come into existence or how they stop existing. Shadowmaster 450, hey brother, so you do not need to play the other Kingdom Hearts games to play number 3. There's a recap in the theater in the game. Also, how come Voldemort never used people as Horcruxes? Well, I don't think he would have trusted people, and it's just like a lot riskier. Plus, he liked to collect like trophies and stuff. And Nagini sort of was a person. And he accidentally used Harry as a Horcrux.
True. So when it came down to it, at the very least, 2 former people, 1 still people, were Horcruxes. Nagini and Harry.
Oh, right. And Quirrell. Quirrell's like a temporary Horcrux.
Quirrell is temporary. Yeah, fair. That's fair.
So, otherwise, though, I think he wanted to collect, like, shiny objects and feel important and stuff. So.
Fun fact, Ramon's body art from Cars is based on a cafe in Shamrock, Texas.
Ooh, I did know that. All the shops in Cars are based on like real places.
That is cool.
Yeah.
The Cozy Cone.
The Cozy Cone, yep.
That's a good one. The
Yep.
Cozy Cone seems like a nice place to stay.
Right?
Do you guys think Dumbledore set it up for Harry to go to the zoo so we can find out he speaks to snakes?
Yes!
Absolutely.
Yes, we did not get to bring that up. I think
did.
it's going to come up in the chamber one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the idea here being basically that the reason Harry can't go and stay with Mr. Mrs. Fig. I almost said Mr. Frumble even. Remember Mr. Frumble's worst day?
Yeah, I drive a pickle car.
Mom hated reading that to us. Mrs. Fig, she had a broken leg. She was there specifically watching over Harry.
Right.
They can mend bones instantly.
Right.
So the fact that she had a broken leg, yeah, I do think that was a setup for Harry to learn that he could speak to snakes.
Yes.
And that was supposed to be part of the Philosopher's Stone video, but it was already 22 minutes.
Yeah, and it seemed like it wasn't quite... It wasn't mattering as much as the plot. It's more like the stuff Dumbledore is doing on the fringe.
Right. It's why we wanted to do this, though, was to talk about specific moments like that. So I love that you asked that question, because that's so perfect.
Yeah.
And I do think it's relevant.
I do think it is relevant as well. Because it means Dumbledore knows he can talk to snakes.
Right.
Which the whole school finds out pretty quickly anyway.
Right.
But anyway.
Someone says, what has been your favorite podcast episode to make?
Oh man, the one we made, the one that came out today, I feel like we were laughing, like, as hard as I've laughed in months.
Yeah.
While we were recording.
Me too. Like the back of my head, like right,
Yeah.
like right here, like was sore.
Some serious belly laughs about Ben's concrete pouring.
It's all going down tomorrow, folks.
Stay tuned to Ben's Instagram stories. Maybe.
Yeah. If you don't follow me on Instagram, go follow me on there to watch my concrete adventure tomorrow.
Ethan Swanson. Hey, my name is Ethan. I spent all my birthday on your Patreon. Who would you cast as Snape if the new movies came out? Ooh, boy. I've seen some people say Adam Dyer. Right?
Adam Driver.
Driver.
Adam Dyer with the high school bus.
Similar name. Adam Driver would be pretty cool.
I think that would be pretty cool. He'd be a good one. He's more age appropriate.
Yeah, you have to have someone age appropriate. Okay, so here's the thing. Snape in Philosopher's Stone should be about our age. He should look this age.
Right.
Right here.
Yeah.
He looks not age appropriate.
Not age appropriate. I also even feel like that would speak to his talent as a wizard if he was younger.
Right.
Because that's such a big thing. Is like when you imagine someone who has spent like maybe as much time as like McGonagall in the wizarding world, like you expect that's tons of experience and time. Snape is considerably younger and like one of the most powerful people we see.
Considerably younger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you consider the possibility that McGonagall is even older than we think she is based on her birthday.
Yeah.
Which is based on Crimes of Grindelwald required by me.
Pretty much. Do you think Dementors could have destroyed Horcruxes? Oh man, we talked about this. I don't know if they could get past like the enchantments, and we do have a video about this. I don't remember what we said.
This happens all the time.
There's a lot.
We would have gone into all the nuance of it. I can't remember. Maybe.
Like if a Dementor ate the soul, I think that would count as destroying it.
It would be rendered as useless as if it were destroyed.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't come back through like the intestines of a...
I don't think it would be able to suck the soul out of it.
Right. So maybe if the device was opened.
Sure.
Like, so if the locket were open.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right.
But then, like, what about the cup? It doesn't need, like, an opening.
Right. It's like the type of thing where it would never have the ambition to do so.
Sure.
I think it's probably a big thing. Because they also feed on happiness, which I don't think a Horcrux would be. So, anyway. Wolfsbane tastes like
dead, rotting plants. Don't ask me how I know. I Googled it.
Okay.
So we don't have to ask. I guess I was going to ask, but... Also, if you do the mental illness angle, please be sensitive to the experience of suffering. Yes, exactly.
That's the thing. So that's the reason why, when those topics have come up, we've been careful, because we would not want to attempt to understand what it is like to go through things like that. That's why, like, Merida potentially having ADHD. Like, I'm pretty sure I have ADHD, and so it would be like a topic that, if nothing else, I might even just be able to relate to it.
Sure.
Like, I get why she would go and climb that giant mountain.
Yeah.
You got to keep that brain activity going.
Keep moving here. Casey Hales. Hey, brother, do you think it's possible Dumbledore can't destroy the Blood Pact? Newt defeats Grindelwald but doesn't want the fame and attention, so they agree Dumbledore will take credit. P.S. Your coffee is amazing. Oh, thanks so much. Hey, I'll give a coffee a shout-out real quick. I'm pretty sure Spread Joy. If you go to Carlin Brothers Coffee, you can get 20% off your order with the promo code Spread Joy.
Yep.
All one word.
All one word.
Fun fact, that's part of like the quarantine stuff.
Yeah.
So, if you want coffee.
I don't think that Newt could be the one who defeats Grindelwald.
Mm-hmm.
I think that there's a greater likelihood that the Fantastic Beasts series is going to migrate away from Newt as the main character.
It kind of seems like it has to.
And I think it'll be in a way that, like, he's still incredibly relevant. So, like, have you ever watched Orange is the New Black?
Yeah.
Okay. So the main girl...
Oh, Piper.
Piper. Yeah. Like, she's still incredibly relevant to the story, but, like, I think by, like, season 2 or 3, it's not really about her entirely anymore.
Right, like, she's definitely the main character in the first season.
Right.
But by season 3, she's just
one
plot line.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
One of many.
That's a very good example. Newt is going to get Piper Chapman.
Go back. Hey, brother. Alyssa here, a Quidditch player you met at VidCon.
Oh, hello.
Have we talked about the Harry Potter wand evolution theory yet? Key wands of note, Harry, Voldemort's Bellatrixes.
Wand evolution. I don't think we have talked about that.
Wand
I'm
evolution.
not even trying to know what you mean by it.
Interesting. So, one thing I've wondered before, and I have no idea if this is what she means by the wand evolution theory, but I've wondered if Voldemort's wand looked like Voldemort's wand, like physically changed.
Oh. Thought about that before too, because I'd be like, if I was Ollivander, I'd just stop making such evil-looking wands.
It's like, seriously, man, it kind of looks like a bone meets, I don't even know what, bone dagger?
Mm-hmm.
A bone and a bone dagger meet. You get Voldemort's wand.
Well,
I want to know more about the theory, so definitely, let us know.
Yeah. The thing about that, the wands looking evil, is that that's just a movie thing. We don't know what they look like.
That's
in
true.
The books.
That's true.
Yeah.
I never really pictured Harry's wand to be so rough at the bottom, as it is.
Yeah,
it might just be here, but I don't know.
We have a serious one.
Okay. Well, anyway.
Yeah, whatever.
I feel like we need a side series to Dumbledore's.
Whoop.
Side series to Dumbledore's big plan that goes into little extra things that aren't important enough to include in the main video. I would not be opposed to that.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to that.
And I think that once we've established Dumbledore's big plan, it'll be kind of like the Pixar theory where we can make videos that continue to accent it.
Right.
And I think now that we've set the foundation for it, it should be easier to continue to call to other ideas. I think even our chamber video references, at the very least, moments from 2 other books.
Yeah.
So there will be a lot of pulling and picking.
Well, that's the thing is it's easier to see the full scope of his plan now that you know the whole story.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. But great suggestion. Charles Hensley, sorry to keep pestering. I just thought of one last question. Don't worry, Charles.
You were not pestering even in the slightest.
Yeah, was there anything you thought the Harry Potter movies did better than the books? Ooh, I know you have a good moment for this.
Oh, yes. I think my favorite moment from the entire movies is the serious, nice one, James comment, which gives me chills when I think about it. It's like, I don't know, I just love that moment and the idea that Sirius and Harry were up there, and especially Harry, really putting the throttle down on his abilities. Yeah. Because very frequently, Harry's not the best student in class, which is fine. It would be annoying if he was. But it's cool to see when Harry is good, he is good. Yeah. It's you're watching him at the thing he's best at, and then someone he respect his ability at it, and it gives me tears. So what about you?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Is there a moment in particular that's done better?
Oh, I'm getting notifications on my phone, and it's Jordan adding to our group chat the ideas that we keep telling you that. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, the only other thing is I think there are certain casting calls that are impeccable.
Yeah, I mean, McGonagall and Hagrid and... Yeah. Yeah, all really good. I feel like I just watched Chamber of Secrets. I feel like the Chamber of Secrets itself they nail it in the movies.
It's really good.
It's really good.
It's really good. Oh, Dobby's death, I think, is really good in the movies. Mm-hmm. It's very emotional.
Oh, boy. We're going to move on.
Oh, my gosh.
Crystal, meet you. Hey guys, love your videos. Today is my birthday. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday! Everybody sing happy birthday to Crystal. Meetu. Meet you. Crystal, meet you.
Meet you. Everyone sing on 3, 2, 1.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Crystal. Meet you. Happy birthday to you.
We all finished at the same time. Amazing.
Look at us go.
Wow. Excellent. Whoop. Whoop. Nick Goodchild. Hey brothers, what do you think of a Disney Plus TV series taking place after Rise of Skywalker, where Rey is training with all the Jedi Force Ghosts, and we get to see, like, live Ahsoka? But Ahsoka will be in the next season of Mandalorian.
Yeah,
right?
which is, I mean,
what?
like, as far as peripheral characters entering into the main Star Wars, like, stream.
Yeah, like...
having her finally make it is going to make people so happy.
Oh my gosh.
I'm excited to see where they go with it. How it works. I'm excited to even just watch The Mandalorian as this, like, story that's unfolding that is wildly entertaining, that is going at a snail's pace. Like, it's...
Very Game of Thronesy.
It's very Game of Thronesy. It's, or Breaking Bad, or, like, any of those shows that make you work for it, because, like, when something happens, it's like...
Oh!
The best!
So dude, I don't know if you're watching this final season of the Clone Wars that's coming out.
I'm not.
Man, so I haven't watched the new episode that came out today. But last week, we finally had Ahsoka and Anakin meet again. No, it was surprisingly emotional. I was like, oh man, whew, it was pretty. I didn't know I cared so much. That was cool.
I sent you a Discord email about the Fidelius charm.
Will you check it out? Yes.
Yes, absolutely. P.S. You guys are smashing it.
Oh, thanks so much. Smash!
It felt like a good week.
It was a good week, I think so.
It was like 2 back-to-back really fun videos.
Yeah. Just wanted to, Emily Daniels. Hey guys, just wanted to show you some Slytherin pride. Yeah. More specifically, some Thunderin' pride.
There you go.
What up? What up? Go Thunderbirds.
Hey brother, quick question. Do you plan on doing a Hogwarts sorting for Disney princesses, or princes and princesses? Would love to see what you think.
That would be fun.
We could sort princesses.
We could totally sort princesses. Oh boy. Trying to think who would be a Slytherin. I don't know.
Who would be a Slytherin?
Doesn't seem like Slytherin's a great...
like Disney princess characteristic?
Disney princess characteristic. But maybe... I was about to say Merida, but her movie's literally called Brave.
I also thought the same thing. I swear to God, I was like, Merida maybe. Yeah. But also maybe I'm just thinking she wears green.
She does wear green a lot, but she's still like, I don't know. She's like breaks a lot of rules and stuff. I don't know. Who else? Jasmine could be Slytherin.
Jasmine could be. She's pretty. Yeah, she's pretty bold.
Yeah, I'll give it that one. That would be fun. Sarah Jean 8. So many great book moments didn't make it to the movies. What are your top 5 you wish were in the movies? The Quidditch World Cup is numbers 1 through 4. One of mine was Dumbledore came to visit the Dursleys. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, like, okay, so when Dumbledore, because he gives them the mead, and it's like bumping them on the heads.
And he's just like,
it's like, it would have just been more polite to drink it.
They're like, maybe it would have been polite not to do that.
Right. You
came into my house.
Let's see, Winky is completely left out.
Peeves completely left out.
Ludo Bagman.
The Sphinx.
Oh, the Sphinx.
You know what? Everything in the maze.
The maze.
Everything.
Sucked.
Dude, I think the maze makes so little. I can't talk.
You're getting upset.
I'm getting so upset. But when I think about it, it's like the Triwizard Tournament. They're all so all the whole student body's so excited for it. They get to see nothing. They see nothing. Even like. The maze is on the Quidditch pitch, right?
Yeah.
Right? Like, there's already stands, and it's a maze. The obvious spot for the people to sit is in the stands, because then they can also look down and see how everyone's doing.
Yeah, no.
Like,
totally agreed.
It's so dumb.
It's super dumb. It just doesn't work. It's like, what is anybody watching? But even the second task is that same problem.
I know.
It's like, everybody's out there. Why? Like, to see whose head pops to the surface first?
Basically. Oh, it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. Hey, my house is right next to Lake Champlain, where your family cottage is. Since it's so close to Canada, did you ever consider a meetup in Montreal? I mean...
I've been to Montreal while I was in Vermont. I guess not at the same time, but I went to Vermont, and then for Alice's birthday, we went to Montreal.
That's fun.
One year, yeah. Somebody actually just emailed me the other day and said that they drive by Wags on their way to
No, they do not.
Day. They were like, yeah, I go by the West Addison General Store. And I was like, what?
Where do they work? At the creamy stand?
Oh man, those are jokes that no one gets.
Yeah. Rory Church, hey brother, have you ever considered doing Lord of the Rings Hobbit videos?
I've considered it.
I've considered it. Haven't read them.
So that would be my problem. I'm such a book snob when it comes to Harry Potter that like I would be the person who'd be like, in the movies.
Yeah. That'd be the thing. That'd be the thing.
Who is Frodo sucks. Does Frodo suck in the books? I feel like Sam Wise has got this like just real big challenge.
And it's Frodo.
And it's Frodo. Frodo, and it's like all Sam Wise did was listen outside the window, and then he is obligated to risk his life to get this guy.
Yeah, and then he has
to
to
a
sail
volcano.
away. I know. Gosh, that doesn't even seem like they were like totally best friends ahead of time.
No, it didn't. It didn't.
He was just the gardener, right? Yeah.
And there was that one time that he wanted to talk to a girl, and Frodo encouraged him.
Yeah. Mr. Frodo. Ellen Benedict, hey brother, love you videos. Could you shout out my super awesome band director, Mr. Holtz?
Mr. Holtz!
Oh, what's up, Mr. Holtz?
It reminds me of Holt from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh.
Which,
yeah.
Dude, I love that show.
It's so funny.
Holt is amazing.
Yes, he is very funny. Do you think Dobby's character was cut too much in favor of Neville? I think Ron's character was cut too much in favor of Hermione, movies-wise.
Movies-wise.
Yeah.
There should have been more Dobby. I think that there was something in Goblet where they swapped him out.
Because he gave him the gillyweed.
Yeah, normally Dobby gives him the gillyweed
Yeah.
and then Neville. But that's another one where that explanation that Neville gives it to him makes as much sense. The whole point of Mad Eye pulling Neville aside after that one class was to give him the book. Like, the whole idea was that he was attempting to get Neville to tell him how to do it.
Well, because I mean, in the book he counts on Harry trying to cheat more than Harry ends up trying to cheat
which is a testament to Harry's moral fiber, I guess.
Yeah. I see what they did, and it just makes it easier.
I don't mind that swap, but I do miss Dobby because I love Dobby.
Because Dobby doesn't show up in like order either, does he? In the movies, to like tell them about the room of requirement and stuff.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah. For the obstacles, Neville was supposed to be there for Devil's Snare. Neville was heir to the House of Longbottom, which was one of the Sacred 28, which was a highly respected political family.
Do you think he anticipated Neville coming down with them because he was? Oh, I like that idea.
I do like that.
I like that idea.
I do like that. That's pretty clever. So Dumbledore was kind of wrong. And he wasn't totally wrong because Neville tries to stop him that night.
Yeah.
And Neville could have gone with them.
Yeah.
But instead, they leave Neville behind. That's pretty clever.
I like that. I believe it.
I would count that.
I'm in on that
Because
one.
Devil's Snare, we even talked about this when we were writing it. It's like everything else makes perfect sense for the Golden Trio.
Yeah.
But the Devil's Snare was kind of like, so you have a way to fall down the pit and not get hurt. You gotta have something soft, right?
Yeah.
Can't just be a pile of mattresses. It's like, thank goodness these were here.
Yeah, you made it past the dog. Good job. Miranda Blake and Beeler. I think I got it.
Wow, Blake and Baylor.
Have you ever thought that Buddy Pine might be Mr. Incredible's child from early in life before Helen? He could have been a non-super, that'd be why Buddy had no powers.
There is. I think that question has risen before because there's that line from Mr. Incredible where he's like, he says something about like having had communication with Buddy's mom.
Yeah.
And I think that's where people have sort of been like, ooh, like, is it possible that he knows her on a more personal level, so to speak?
Yeah.
I think he kind of resembles Dash a little bit as a child.
Yeah, that's true. I guess. I don't like it.
No, I don't either. It makes it's kind of like one of those things where like you don't want it to be the case, but maybe there's a dark theory to be made there.
Maybe. Sarah Tatum, the LOTR movies suffer from books full of exposition and a movie that can't stop having outrageously large battle scenes. They go on forever. Oh, dude, I don't know. The Two Towers, that battle scene's like my favorite movie battle ever.
It's pretty crazy. And I think the thing that those movies do well with the battle scenes is keeping them more engaging because there is something about action sequences that get boring very quickly.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of with you. I sort of don't mind the big long battle sequences.
Battle scenes.
I actually love the fact that Lord of the Rings is just as long as it is. And I know a lot of people don't love The Hobbit, but I actually quite enjoyed The Hobbit, so I don't know if that's an unpopular opinion. The only thing I would say is that the Lord of the Rings animation looks better and it is older.
Oh.
Which is, I think, the weirdest thing to me.
That is weird. Kieran Carter. Hey, brother, what's your opinion toward the leaked teaser RPG Harry Potter game? I don't know if I've seen it. So I don't know if I can offer you.
Have to check that out. RPG Harry Potter game could be cool, though.
That does sound cool. We could have to play it.
We could play it on the gaming channel.
That's right.
Question for you guys that I would like to throw out there, though, is, Clinton Champney?
Yeah.
I would like to do more of these live streams. I tried to think of, like, tonight we were able to talk about theories because we had 2 huge ones.
Yeah.
But I was like, man, this would be such a fun time to just do, like, challenges with each other or all sorts of things. Like, we talked about doing the Gaston challenge.
Yes, we have, many times.
Where it's like, we sit down and we try to eat 5 dozen eggs.
Yeah.
And we see how
far we can go. The winner isn't. We're both losers in this situation. We're going to be eating like 30 eggs.
We will not succeed.
Because we won't succeed. But the winner would just I mean, would you guys be into live stream challenges?
Yeah, live stream challenges. Jay versus Ben versus the world.
That's right. That's right. Melissa Wells. Hey brother, how often do you find yourselves at the California Disney parks? I work there and it makes my day to see YouTubers. Man, we have found ourselves there once, and it was for about 5 hours.
It was. Which we did run into 11th Gorgeous, our YouTube friends.
We did!
Which was kind of crazy.
Tracy and Stephanie.
Yeah.
And then you ran into them at Disney World, too, right?
I did, yes! It was like,
crazy.
Everywhere we go.
Yeah.
Being East Coasters, Disney World is just easier. Although
and
I am
it's
like
bigger and better.
I am like this close to joining the Disney Vacation Club and just going yearly for the rest of...
I'm going to wait for them to reopen.
Oh, that would be handy.
Yeah. Right. Emily McCollum, I don't know if I ever missed an explanation of this or not, but why do they pay owls money for delivering mail? Is there a place for them to exchange it for snacks or something? They pay the owls give the money to the Daily Prophet. They're not paying the owl. They're collecting money.
Exactly, yeah. So it would just be like the money you would pay. Although the money that I think Hagrid pays for the Daily Prophet and Philosopher's Stone is a Knut.
It's a few knuts. It's not much.
Okay. Yeah. Like I can't remember what the translation is, but a knut always in my mind is like a penny.
It's more than a penny.
It's more than a penny.
Yeah. Okay. But also to me, it's like, man, that's a real hassle to have to pay every single day. Like, pay a flat subscription fee and be done with it. You know what I'm saying? Wizarding World.
Do you believe that Harry was actually the Master of Death, hence why he had the choice whether to move on, Dumbledore's plan?
Oh, yes, I do think he was the Master of Death. I mean, at the time, he is Master of the Elder Wand and the Cloak and has the ring. Well, not when he is struck.
Not when he's struck.
But the reason he survives that one is because Voldemort took his blood into...
Yeah, so that's the reason he can come back. So Harry is weirdly anchored to life in the same way a Horcrux would anchor you to life. It's just Voldemort's fault.
Yes.
Right?
It's Voldemort's fault.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Okay, where are we up here?
Go left, I think.
But from where? Did we get all the way back to here?
No, we're past that.
We're here? Wait, here? You good child? We did you. Wait. Oh.
Do you guys actually buy trophies? Wait, hold on.
No, we did that one.
Okay.
Hold on. Did that one. Just reading all finished Harry... Mark Viola!
Mark Viola. Hey, brothers, just finished reading all 7 Harry Potter books again. I always thought Lavender Brown survived in the books, but was surprised to discover that it's up in the air. What are your thoughts?
Oh. I thought she did. She gets attacked by Fenrir, right?
She gets attacked by Fenrir. I'm pretty sure in the movie she dies. So... I'm not sure if she survives. I guess in my mind, she was dead. I would have said she was dead on Jay versus Ben.
Oh, I thought she was alive and that she was has the Bill Weasley look.
I definitely did not have that thought. So further research needed.
Okay, well there we go.
Tony Stark was the true master of the Infinity Stones. He came up with technology that could match all their powers except for the Soul Stone, and that is why he could use the Infinity Gauntlet. Thoughts?
I don't know. I think he probably is certainly the true master. We made a video about how he came up with tech for basically all of them.
Yeah.
And I don't know. He is able to use them, but I think any of them could have used them, but just would have killed them, which it also does to Tony.
Right.
So,
the surprising thing to me is that Tony's snap, I think it's a demonstration maybe of how powerful Thanos is, because Thanos snaps out half of all people in existence and survives.
yeah.
Tony only snaps out of existence Thanos' army.
Right.
So he's not snapping quite as big of an effect. Like,
Sure.
it almost seems possible he could have done it with the Power Stone, or...
Maybe. Or it's like, it's sort of a question of, like, if Tony had tried to do just about anything with the gauntlet, would it have
killed
him?
Yeah,
You know, like,
because
would it
just,
activating any of the stones
just too much.
just too much for him? I don't know.
Do you guys actually buy trophies for 1 million views? If so, what do you listen? Oh, to binge mode. Love you guys. We talked about this before, didn't we?
Yeah.
Like, every time a video hit 1 million views, we were gonna buy a trophy for it.
Yeah.
We do not do
don't,
it.
no.
We do just buy quite a bit of memorabilia, is what I would say. The office is like a playground for us, which is weird because all of it is here. I have almost no anything at my home.
Yeah.
Like, everything is here.
I've got some stuff at home.
Yeah.
Because I have, like, an office. So.
I have some Disney prints at home. That's what I
Okay.
have. Yeah.
This says, the potion in the Horcrux Lake is the Mentor's blood. The Marauders enchanted the maps of the none, but the Marauders could see them on it, so Fred and George wouldn't have noticed Pettigrew. I don't know if these are questions or statements.
The potion in the Horcrux Lake is the Mentor blood. I would be curious to know where, like, what your source would be for that.
Yeah.
I do think it's very interesting, so I'm
Yeah.
not opposed to it, but I would need to know how it's backed up.
Yeah.
Um,
As for the Marauders don't show up on the map, I totally buy into that. I think Seamus came up with that one. Or like why Fred and George never see Pettigrew is because the Marauders only show up to the Marauders.
so Lupin can see it,
Right.
but okay, that would make sense.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. So Lupin can still notice Pettigrew, but no one else could.
The map never lies.
Right. That's what I think. Yeah, I think that's how it goes. Rowan the Bookworm, someone else's question. If James and Lily have a daughter instead, Lily's looks in James's eyes, would Snape have treated her better than he treated Harry? Ooh.
That's interesting.
I bet he would have.
I bet he would have.
Because
he would have not been able to disconnect. Because so when he sees Harry, he sees James.
Yeah.
And I think he ignores the eyes. I don't think he could ignore someone who looked like Lily.
Yeah, I agree. That is a cool question. Could a portrait be a secret keeper? Because if so, someone can use a portrait as a secret keeper and put them in their Gringotts vault to protect it. That's a good question. I don't think you can because you're concealing a secret inside a living being, I think is how they phrase it, and portraits aren't living beings.
Yep, agreed.
Yeah. Lady Louie, has it ever bothered you that Dumbledore's title includes Chief Wizard of the Wizengamot, but he does nothing with it in the 5th book?
I think he's been disbanded.
Yeah, he's been kicked off of the Wizengamot by that time.
I think that's something that is reinstated later because like I think when even Hermione is reading the newspaper article in the Daily Prophet after Harry's return, it says like the newly reinstated Dumbledore, you know, whatever. So I think that is why, but I also think it is why like Madame Bones and all those people completely respect Dumbledore.
Right.
In that moment.
Yeah. Chera Watson, sorry, I feel like we must have missed you a little while ago. Since one of the obstacles was the troll, do you think Dumbledore intentionally meant for them to meet the troll to test them? Also, why did Dumbledore send the Slytherins to their common room?
It's possible. It's possible that the troll was the one that Dumbledore had the least. Like, I think he influenced all of the others.
Yeah.
It's possible he didn't clue Quirrell in. And Quirrell just literally invented his own.
That's possible as well. Or would he have already known? No, he would have already known at that point, because we're saying he didn't put the obstacles down there until after Christmas.
Right.
And the troll happens at Halloween. So they've already defeated a troll.
So
it could have just been like sure, that'll stop them.
Use a troll.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a good question.
Yeah, even though they used trolls later to guard the Gryffindor common room, it's like they used one. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Whatever.
Yeah. How does Hedwig send Harry letters from outside Hogwarts when Harry is at school? Like, how do people outside the castle get Hedwig for her to deliver it to Harry?
That's a good question.
How does Hedwig send...
Like, how is it that Hedwig is the one, like, dropping off letters to Harry in the morning?
Oh.
Right? It seems like they must send the owls to the school, to the owlery, and then individual owners.
That doesn't feel right.
Yeah, no, that feels right. Because you have to send your own owl to the school. Because all the owls come in at the exact same time, too. Right?
Right.
So, yeah, that must be how it works. You send all the owls to the school, and they collect all the mail, and then
your owl delivers it to you.
owl delivers it to you.
Couldn't they just have the house elves deliver it to, like, your bedside table?
No, Ben, the market for good house elves not being seen. Oh, yeah, but just look to your bedside table. It does. I think it's there's so much, like, intentional whimsy. Like, wizards value whimsy.
Okay, I like that.
The owl swooping in every morning is just part of the experience of going to Hogwarts.
They value whimsy. I love it.
There you go.
Greetings and hugs, disinfected, of course, from Berlin! I haven't seen The Mandalorian yet. Need to finish my film uni work, but I am so excited to watch it without any spoilers. Which episode is your favorite?
Oh.
Good question.
I thought about just rewatching the whole show.
I think the first, second episode might be my favorite.
What happens in that one?
I think
that's no spoilers, but
IG-11.
That was the first one.
That's the first one?
This first one. Yeah.
I love IG-11.
Okay. Yeah.
The
first one's pretty good. Also, the last one's pretty good.
The last one is pretty good. Is that the one directed by Taika Waititi?
Yeah. I like the one. I like when he gets all of his armor.
Ooh, good point. Good point.
Sorry, that might have been spoilery. Not really. Jordy Embray. Was Dumbledore the headmaster the whole time James Potter was at Hogwarts, or did he get the position in, like, James' later years? I think he was the headmaster the whole time.
When did Armando Dippet leave? Because I think that he was headmaster for Molly and Arthur.
Was he?
I'm trying to think. It's a curious question, but I think he was.
Okay. Noted.
Theory. Grindelwald is Percival. Dumbledore, Percival Graves. That is why Phoenix comes to him. He hates muggles because of Ariana's incident.
Oh, boy. That would be a real plot twist if Grindelwald was actually Dumbledore's father the whole time. Whew, that'd be kind of weird. That would Especially since they knew each other as 17-year-old boys and were totally, like, into each other.
They would have to change that.
They would have to change that a lot.
It is interesting because he is posing as a Percival.
Yeah.
Percival Graves.
Right.
In the first one. Yeah. That would be pretty mind-blowing.
Yeah, that'd be pretty weird.
I think people would be mind-blown, and then as the dust settled, they'd be upset.
Yes. I think so.
Is what I think would happen.
You'd have like a moment of like, no way!
What? And then it'd be like, that doesn't
like that's kind of gross.
Yeah.
Hey, brothers, why was anyone other than James or Lily their secret keeper? Sirius makes more sense than Peter, but the hat managed. Yeah, like why isn't James or why isn't one of the people inside the house the secret keeper for the house?
Yeah, that seems like it would be just as possible.
It does. It does.
And maybe much more powerful.
I don't know. That's a good question. They don't make good choices.
But I also feel like there's a lot to be said for, again, it's like the trust in your friends, I think, amongst that particular group of people was like such a powerful idea.
Yeah.
That like maybe even the thought of choosing a secret keeper when we know that it falls apart, it's kind of like you're like, oh, why weren't they more careful? But as far as they knew, they were choosing the most absolute thing.
Right.
It would be like me choosing you and then you turning on me. Like the least.
Victory!
It's not funny.
No, it's not. That'd be so mean.
Next one, James.
Yeah. Daniel J. What do you think of the obstacles in the Philosopher's Stone being a roadmap to the obstacles the trio face for the rest of the series? Example, Devil's Snare equals Whomping Willow.
And so on.
I don't know if that's I don't think that would be like a Dumbledore plan sort of thing. That would just, there's not more chess. There's not more. I don't know if those line up very well.
I'm trying to think, like Goblet has like Harry on the broomstick against the dragon,
sure.
which is like, he catches the egg. Order of the Phoenix, would Order of the Phoenix have anything that's chessy? I mean,
yeah, I don't know if it lines up super well. And I think that wouldn't be like a Dumbledore's big plan. It would just be like a J.K. Rowling foreshadowing.
exactly.
Kind of
Yeah,
thing.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah. If that's so. Oh, someone just dropped it off. I'm sorry. Retta Atama. How was Bill able to tell the trio that the family is safe at Mariel'S and Arthur is the secret keeper? Technically, he should have been able to. Oh, gosh.
How is Bill able to tell the trio that the family is safe at Mariel'S?
Arthur must have told Bill the location.
Or maybe Bill already knew the location? Or does the Fidelius Charm remove
Right.
pre-existing knowledge?
Yeah, Mr. Weasley just has to have told him.
Yeah.
Basically.
Because otherwise Bellatrix would probably know where Grimmauld Place is,
Yeah.
having been a family member.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mixie! If a wizard were to make a Horcrux and put a piece of their soul into a Muggle, would that Muggle then be able to perform magic? They'd probably have a really terrible existence.
It's like that's like the Dursleys question. Is the reason why the Dursleys are so mean to Harry because they've been living with a Horcrux for their entire
Right.
time?
Yeah.
Which I like it just on that basis.
I do like it. That's like a fun theory, but then it also like makes excuses for the Dursleys.
That's fair. Which you don't want to do.
Which you don't want to do.
Yeah.
But
it would be. It's just it's a fun thinker.
It is a fun thinker. What do we get? Did we get this? Whoop.
Hey, good morning from Scotland.
Good morning.
Through which Horcrux did Voldemort use to return after falling to Harry?
Oh, he doesn't. He has his own personal piece of soul.
Yes.
That just sort of becomes like mist vapor. The other ones anchor that piece of soul to the mortal world. So it's not like one of the other Horcruxes comes back to life. It's just they're all stopping that piece of soul from moving on.
What's more interesting, and somebody asked about one of our favorite videos. One of my favorite videos is the idea that Gryffindor's sword was supposed to be the final.
Yes.
The final Horcrux, because one, it would complete the puzzle, which would be perfect, and the Pruitts die after putting up a valiant fight.
Yeah.
And I feel like that they are Gryffindors.
Yeah.
And they would be the ones who would have summoned it and how he would have collected it. Dumbledore became headmaster in the early 1960s. Okay, so there you go. Hey,
Okay.
brothers. One, can you do more Google autofills?
Oh!
As there are so many new characters we all know and love. Two, how do Tarzan and Belle fit into the Disneyverse?
Ah, well, here's the thing. They don't.
They don't, yeah. So the key idea is that the Disneyverse is going to start with Tangled.
Mm-hmm.
Which, okay, this was like I don't think I quite realized when I said it in the video, but I referred to Tangled as the start of the second Disney Renaissance.
Oh, Renaissance, yeah.
That seems to have taken hold in a way that I'm curious to see how it will unfold.
Oh, really? What? Wait, what? Are people tweeting you about it?
A bunch of people have tweeted me about
Oh,
it. Yeah.
Interesting.
Which is interesting. You know, it'd be like what if we helped deem the name of an era in Disney?
That'd be fun.
It'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be very cool.
Although, that being said, I do think it's true.
Yeah.
Like, I would say some of my all-time favorite Disney content is the most recent stuff, which is odd.
I do like a lot of the recent stuff. Yeah, it's been like we were watching The Little Mermaid this morning at my house.
Yeah.
And it's like a lot of stuff doesn't age super well.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But whatever. Oh, it looks like did Jordan super chat us?
Oh, Jordan.
Everything is part of the Pixar
Everything is part of the Pixar theory.
No.
Thinking
Yeah.
about it is making me teary.
Hope you guys enjoyed that song. That was super fun working on. Andy Wilson, what Hogwarts house would Sansa Stark be sorted into? Curious to hear your thoughts. Man, probably Gryffindor.
Seems like
Well, she could. Yeah, it still seems like Gryffindor. Because the Starks are just like the Gryffindors.
They are the Gryffindors
of Game of Thrones, right?
Right.
Yeah, but I could see Sansa being like the regular. She could. I mean, she would otherwise be in Slytherin, right? She's
Slytherin, yeah, pretty
she's
ambitious. I think Littlefinger is definitely Slytherin.
Oh, for sure.
And she's kind of like is the student who becomes the master.
Yeah.
Relative to Littlefinger, you could say Slytherin.
You could.
I think Slytherin would be a very fair bet.
Yeah.
But I would say it's either Slytherin or Gryffindor.
Yeah.
And maybe toggles between the two, depending on which season.
Right. Oh, man. Lewis Street. Hello, just wondering why Dumbledore does not tell Harry about Voldemort using his blood, meaning he can't be killed by him in Goblet of Fire. Well, he doesn't know about Voldemort using his blood until after all that goes down, because that happens in Goblet of Fire.
Wait, why doesn't Dumbledore tell... I think what he's asking is, why is that not relevant after Goblet of Fire?
I feel like because that gives Harry like a false sense of security sort of thing.
Right. I think Harry needs to have, because he even says that's exactly it.
Yeah.
Harry says, "I meant for him to kill me," and
right.
Dumbledore says, and I think that will have made all the difference.
Right. So if Harry walks in there knowing like, "Ha, you can't kill me. I got one up on you." Like, I don't think it would have worked.
Harry needed to accept it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like these like intangible things make a big difference in magic. It seems like.
Question: why and how can Moody's eye see through the cloak?
Oh,
very frustrating.
Very frustrating.
It makes me feel like Moody's eye has to be incredibly powerful in its own right.
Yes.
I
agree.
Like, and I that's one of those things that I feel like Crimes of Grindelwald could go into the origin with. I think we have made a theory about possibly Grindelwald's blue eye being Moody's eye.
Yeah, we have made a theory about that. Yeah.
So that is something where I would like to learn that Moody collected the eye from some type of like insanely powerful thing.
I agree.
I mean, because Fred and George got the Marauders map from a filing cabinet, you know, and that's an insanely powerful magical artifact.
It is frustrating how they got that. Elizabeth Johnson, narrator debate, Jim Dale versus Stephen Fry. Well, I haven't heard Stephen Fry, so at the moment...
Jim Dale
has read me the Harry Potter books close to 20, 30 times now.
I wish I knew what my actual reading count was.
Me too.
It's many. And I love Jim Dale. I think he crushes it.
Yeah.
So. Kind of an odd idea. Someone might have already said this and I missed it. But what if Snape made himself irredeemable on purpose as a way to pay for his past crimes? Also, I love imagining Voldemort flying slowly. Whoosh! Good thought, Brandon Martin. So, like, basically what you're saying is that, like, Snape is living... He's living an existence where he's not attempting to redeem himself because he thinks he is beyond redemption. And therefore, he is, like... He's not trying to be like, no, I'm a good guy. See, look at all the good I can do. It's like... He's basically saying...
Like he's punishing himself.
Right.
I see.
It's an interesting thought.
It is.
That would, in turn, make him then redeemable on a better sense than...
I suppose. I still
argument.
think he would have treated...
He... Really? The fact
Harriet Potter. Much nicer.
I know, that's so true. So do you think Dumbledore was already suspecting Horcruxes before he sees the diary? And do you think Dumbledore knows where the chamber is? Also, someone wants to see Bob.
Oh.
Where is Bob? Oh, he's right
over there.
I got him.
This is all stuff we're going to talk about in the Dumbledore's Big Plan chamber thing. No, he wasn't. I do not think he... Chamber is when he learns about the Horcruxes. That's like when he realizes what Voldemort's game is. And then, 2, I definitely do not think Dumbledore knows where the chamber is. I don't think he knows how it's being opened or what the monster is.
He does. Yeah, there's a really, really, really big note to make about Dumbledore's big plan, in that Dumbledore is putting Harry through trials, but I do think it's also a point to be made that he's actively not letting other students be at risk per the plan. That doesn't mean that students aren't at risk per the basilisk.
Yeah.
Like, that is an actual danger. It's just that's not part of what he's doing.
Yeah. Holly McTaggart. Hey, brothers, love all your content. Great name. How are the twins? Also, have you listened to Binge Mode Harry Potter or Game of Thrones or Star Wars? I don't know what I don't know what that is.
I don't know what Binge Mode is. A couple people have asked about it, but we'll have to check it out.
We will. So, no. But the twins are good. They are getting better at sleeping, but not great yet.
Are you sleepy?
I'm always sleepy. All the time. It's one of those things, at this point, I just don't... It's become my new normal, so...
You're just sleepy?
Yeah, I'm just sleepy. I just don't know.
So you're glad I didn't ask you to help me move 75 concrete bags today?
That would have been rough.
That
would have been rough. Famine52... Hey, brothers, we've thought of the possibility of a Grindy manufactured a fake phoenix to full credence, and since he told him the family motto, doing this makes Greedy fight his brother for the death of his sister, or...
So, I think the problem with that is Dumbledore delivers to us the sentiment that Phoenixes will come to a Dumbledore in need.
Yeah.
Credence does not know that, nor does he know who Dumbledore is.
Right.
So being told that he is a Dumbledore to Credence means
Nothing.
absolutely nothing. As far as his context is concerned, all he knows is that it is somehow information that Grindelwald would know.
Right.
But that's it. So I don't think the Phoenix can be a planet. The Phoenix is either going to be a huge problem or somehow they have very cleverly hoodwinked us. No matter what, I think Crimes of Grindelwald is more like half of a movie.
Yeah.
And it's like, it might not matter. Like, it might not matter. Once we get 3, 4, and 5, it might be like, oh, like, it'd be like power watching a season of a show.
Right.
Like, you finish an
Just
episode.
like a filler episode.
Yeah, you don't know what's going to happen. And so it's kind of like, oh, let me turn on the next one. And if you can turn on the next one, Crimes of Grindelwald won't make you mad.
Right.
So
We'll
anyway,
see.
Yeah.
Chrissy Boo! What do you think would have happened with Snape after the Second War if he had survived? He and Harry become friends? He'd go to prison? Curious to know. I think there would have been some serious mutual respect between them.
Do you feel like it would have been closer to what Harry and Draco go through, where it's kind of like, they're not friends?
Well, like you mean Cursed Child Draco?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. That's probably the best example, is if you've read The Cursed Child, probably how Harry and Draco are. But I would say probably even better. Like, I bet it would be better than that. Because, you know what? Snape is in The Cursed Child briefly, and he's still like some undercover agent helping Ron and Hermione do stuff in like a very open way.
Right.
I think, yeah.
So maybe Snape will have found himself like absolved of all of the pain he's been through his whole life.
Right, like maybe finally letting it go and saying it out loud to Harry would like...
It's, okay, so, could be. There's an episode of House.
Okay.
I think this is one of the most fascinating things ever, but it's like there's a guy who was, I think, in like the war in Iraq or something, and he like threw a grenade, or he was holding a grenade, and it like blew up, and like took his hand off.
Right.
And so he had like lived the rest of his life, and he was always angry because he was always in pain.
Yeah.
And it was because his mind was always clenching his fist.
Oh.
For like years.
Oh.
And House figures out this way to like use 2 mirrors.
Right.
So that he thinks he's looking at his other hand, and he forces him to open it.
Yeah.
And when he does that, it finally releases the tension in the one arm.
Okay.
Because you're mentally tricked yourself into thinking that you could open it again.
Yeah.
And so it's like being able to open your hand when you don't have a hand open. I think it's fascinating.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like Snape though. It's like once he finally did the deed and like executed and came through, it would give him the opportunity to live the world with an open fist.
Maybe. I think he would have been a lot nicer, all around. Rebecca Lee Claire, would a wizard then be able to have a house elf as a secret keeper? No one would suspect that house elf, and also the loyalty of the house elf guaranteed the won't touch others. Probably. I don't see why they couldn't have a house elf. Most wizards I think so little of house elves.
Right.
Like it's so easy for us to be like, this is obvious slavery.
Yes, as an outsider looking in. But like I think the fact that even Sirius treats creatures so poorly is like a representation that even a good character falls victim to that.
Right.
So
there you go. Star Leo. Hey brother, love from Samoa. Wanted to ask if you knew, after first being caught and escaping the Snatchers in Deathly Hallows, when was the next time Voldemort's name was spoken? I just read this. Yes.
After being caught by the Snatchers.
Yeah, because they...
Oh, you mean after they show up and, like, disfigure Harry's face and he's like Vernon
Dudley.
Vernon Dudley.
Yeah. He says it... Harry says Voldemort again.
So does he say it to Bellatrix, like he's angry? Because during the whole Malfoy sequence is when he's in the cave.
Yeah. I don't know, does he?
Maybe Harry just starts saying he.
Or it's like, maybe it's when it's in, like, Gringotts or something. I don't know. I don't know off the top of my head.
It's a good thought. Something to look at. I think
Flaming
Snape
knife.
sacrificed his life in more than one way for Harry Potter. Not only did he die at the end, but he couldn't move on in his life because he had to be at Hogwarts in order to protect Harry Potter. And in order to do so, he had to remain a spy. So I think it's interesting. It's an interesting point to bring up. But part of, is this just movie, or is it book as well, that Dumbledore says, like, it pains me that you would never let the world know the best of you?
Yeah, he says it in the book.
He does, okay.
Yeah.
So maybe Snape sees it as a sacrifice that he's making. Dumbledore doesn't see it. Dumbledore sees it as honorable.
Yeah, I mean, Snape sees it as like I think Snape sees it as something of a sacrifice because he's like, you told me we were trying to protect Lily Potter's son, and you know, I've lied for you, I've put my life in danger, and now you're telling me we were raising him for slaughter or something.
Right.
And that's
right,
when he's like, could it be that you've grown feelings for the boy at last?
Expecto.
Patronum.
Theory: Voldemort doesn't hate Muggles. He is using pureblood's hate for Muggles to make an army. Voldemort has only killed wizards. Save for revenge against his father, he spared the child on Halloween.
He's killed plenty of Muggles. That's what all the Inferi are in the lake around the Horcrux.
Yeah, I think that's one where one thing we could be missing is an episode called The Crimes of Voldemort.
Right?
Which, if history tells us anything, would not be demonstrative of his crimes. Like, Crimes of Grindelwald doesn't show us the crimes of Grindelwald.
I know. What do you do?
So I think that's one. Do you ever feel like Harry Potter's, like, I don't want to say suffers, because I don't think that's the right word, but, like, we'll use it for the purpose of this question, from the idea that it's intended for, like, a PG-13 audience versus, like, if it could be as intense as a Game of Thrones?
Oh.
Like, if they could make it that vicious, would that, like, better demonstrate how dangerous Voldemort is? Because, like, there's a lot of tell, don't show, both with Grindelwald and Voldemort,
Right.
in regard to that particular, like, evil nature.
Right.
I mean, I guess he does feed
Charity Burbage.
Charity Burbage to Nagini in
Snake.
front of people.
Yeah. That's true. Do you think Dumbledore took the same precautions to protect the Longbottoms, just like the Potters, from the time he heard the prophecy until Ivaldi went after Harry, who was their secret keeper? No, because Snape tells Voldemort or Dumbledore straight up that Voldemort has interpreted it to be the Potters. So,
Have either of you guys read A Song of Ice and Fire by George R.R. Martin?
yes.
I know your channel is rated PG.
Well,
You have.
I've read them all. It's been a while now, but at this point, I feel like the interest in Game of Thrones in general has waned significantly after season 8. And also, the books have not been finished yet. So
What does that do to a franchise? Like, you go from such a story
yeah,
that, like, ends so poorly that would you go back and rewatch
I know.
it?
Like, do I expect to like walk into the living room one day and be like, Luke, are you watching Game of Thrones?
Right,
You know?
right. Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
huh,
Like, what are you up to?
Wow, what are you up to? It was like, I heard so many good things about this. Like, will the next generation hear so many good things about Game of Thrones, or will everyone have just tainted it entirely? I don't know. Do I expect...
I feel like people abruptly stopped talking about it.
Yeah.
In a
Yes.
way that means, yeah, I think it's dead in the water.
I think it's dead in the water. Will my sons watch it? Probably not. We'll see. Maybe. To the same point of the Voldemort taboo, why does their saying it in 13 Grimmauld Place not take down all the protective enchantments when it should? Do they say it in
I think
Grimmauld Place?
I think that they don't, because I think Ron gets timid to it again, and he keeps making him.
He
not
says, like,
say
it feels jinxed. Yeah.
He's right.
He's right. I've thought that before. I was like, man, that's really intuitive, Ron.
Yeah.
It's like, Ron's onto something. I don't think they do say it in Grimmauld Place.
I think that they don't.
Yeah.
I think that Ron goes back to, like, hushing him every time he tries to say it.
Yeah. Okay, Daniel J. Idea. The trio are Gryffindors because they've had the courage to ask the hat to be in Gryffindor. The courage is why they aren't in Slytherin, Hufflepuff, and Ravenclaw, for selected the Seymour City. Certainly, that's the case with Harry. And I also agree that Harry, Ron, and Hermione are supposed to be representative of the other three houses, but who are instead brave.
Ron is, especially in the books, a super admirable friend.
Right.
Which I think would be really key for a Hufflepuff.
Ravenclaw Tower, that's what it is. Ugh.
Voldemort's name is said again in Ravenclaw Tower, Harry and Minerva.
Yeah.
Nice work. Nice work, Timothy Stubbs. You know what's funny is working from home, I don't have my entire digital collection of the Harry Potter books, so I've been having to go find the information I need in the audiobooks and listen to it.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't have iBooks on your Mac? You don't have a Mac at home?
I don't have a Mac in my office at home. I guess technically I do have a Mac at home.
You could have your phone could do it.
Your phone can do it?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, you can do it on your phone. There you go. You're welcome.
I've been working too hard.
Anyway, it's so frustrating sometimes when I'll remember a line incorrectly. I would keep looking up the line in Chamber of Secrets this week in my mind, it's not a question of who, but of how. And when he's talking about who is opening the chamber, Dumbledore says that. But that's not how he says it. That's the sentiment, but that's not how he says it. So I have not been able to find the stupid. I had to I think he says it when he's talking over Colin's bed, and I found it, and I was like, ugh, I was so close. I couldn't search it out.
It is so frustrating.
Yeah.
Hey, brother. I think that Slytherin has a point about purebloods not going to a Hogwarts since, at the time, Muggles mistreated wizards. Do you?
Oh, so many thoughts. Hogwarts Founder Series. So many thoughts.
Yeah, so Harry Stanley. We have extensive details about that particular thing, and it's good. It is good. It's
so good.
This is why is one of these days someone from Warner Brothers who is a agent or selector of writers will be like, hey, these guys might be good. Might be good. Maybe they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Did these are written for TV before? Nope.
We will try.
But we'll give it the old college try. It's only Harry Potter. It's it's not super popular.
Can't mess it up more than Crimes of Grindelwald.
Being crafty, could Dumbledore trick Grindelwald into thinking that he destroyed the Blood Pact? Would this beat the Elder Wand? I think if the Blood Pact's intact, it won't matter. They won't be able to fight.
Yeah, right? I think the Blood Pact will be destroyed. I don't think you say, can it be destroyed on screen if it can't.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I don't think that would be the delivery of it. I think that would be more of a conclusion.
Yeah, it feels like the end of a movie.
Yeah.
Elon Rouge! Dumbledore sees through the cloak because he has the Elder Wand? No one Hallow is more powerful than another. Cloak and wand nullify each other. Ooh, interesting.
I like that.
That could be a thing.
So Dumbledore could see it. It doesn't help Moody.
Doesn't help Moody.
Which is a problem. Unless one of the eyes is one of the eyes of the Peveril brothers.
Oh! That's so creepy.
How cool is that, though?
It's not bad. All the Peverils and their thestraliness. I guess the stone is very...
Could the eye be an eye with... No, they don't have blue eyes.
Yeah,
Thestral eyes. Milky... specifically.
Milky white. Oh, man.
Would you guys ever talk about Percy Jackson? This is probably the number one most common question we get.
We just should.
Yeah, I know. I feel like it would be so interesting just to see how it would do. If it was like Percy Jackson theory.
Well, I think, because we did a live stream about it. We did a book club about it on Twitch one time. And I thought it was so funny because we kept having all these problems and all these unanswered questions in the first book. And people were like, no, they say that in no, that's this person. No, you got, it was like.
People were like two hands tied behind their back. I don't want to spoil it, but trust me.
They addressed that. Oh, boy. Could a Thestral see through the cloak? I don't know.
Someone said collab with MatPat, please. We've actually talked to their people several times. Yeah. We just haven't been able to work it out yet.
Yeah.
Maybe eventually?
What's worse, Crimes of Grindelwald or the Cursed Child? That's a weird question.
Okay, so Cursed Child, if you go see the show, is amazing.
Yeah, that's true. That's the thing.
We dog the Cursed Child a lot here on the channel as far as a piece of the Wizarding world. But as a Broadway show, I actually love it.
Yeah, it was amazing.
I would pay full ticket price to go back and see it again.
Yeah. You have to pay twice because it's a 2-parter.
So I would say Crimes of Grindelwald is worse than Cursed Child. That's my answer to that question.
If Dumbledore used Polyjuice Potion, could he fight Grindelwald without destroying the blood pack? I don't think so.
If Polyjuice Potion is relevant at all, then I will be upset.
It is one of those. I know there's a word for it, like power scaling or something, where Polyjuice Potion, when it's introduced, is this enormously difficult to use thing, but then by the end it's just yeah, everyone's got it. We use it all the time. It's very.
Yeah. No.
It's
the fact even Newt has it in Crimes of Grindelwald, just casually.
Is that Polyjuice? Yeah.
Just enough to get inside.
Do you think someone could be their own secret keeper? No, I don't think that's how it works.
Yep, no, I think it would an ingredient to the spell would be another person.
Yeah, I think so. Tyra Watson, could Dumbledore be a descendant of the first brother? I don't think so, because the first brother dies pretty swiftly because of the Elder Wand.
Yeah, that's the big thing about Antioch.
Yeah, Antioch.
Is that he dies so quickly.
Yeah.
So, unless he already had children.
Yeah.
Prior to that. Which,
right.
For some reason, I don't know why I've always assumed he didn't.
I assume he doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be my answer to that question.
Right.
Is that nobody is. And that's part of, the plague of his boastfulness.
Right. Yeah. I agree.
Hello again. Have either of you read the Young Wizard book series by Diane Duane? If not, I can't recommend them enough. I have not, but we can certainly look into it.
Yeah. Kevin Silas. Hey, brother. Great pronunciation of my name last time. You got it perfect. Hopefully I did it again.
Why didn't Dobby show up with the Resurrection Stone when Harry went to die? But why didn't Dobby show up with the Resurrection Stone?
Oh, why wasn't he one of the people who came back?
Oh, better question is why isn't Dumbledore one of those people?
Right, because they're saving that for the next scene.
They're saving it for later.
Yeah.
Leftovers.
I don't know. That's
I kind of like that because it would have been sort of adorable.
It would have been
very
adorable.
Heartstringy.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I quite like Dobby.
Why didn't Fred show up? You know? Oh, you know.
Fred.
Right. Why didn't Snape show up?
Do you think the duel actually happens because Grindelwald is in love with Ariana?
I don't think so.
I don't think. Again, that's one of those things where it would be so age inappropriate that it would be weird.
Yeah.
To do that. So that would be my answer to it. But again, it's you have no idea what laws of the world they're willing to work with. I feel like there's an interesting precedent set by the Crimes of Grindelwald in that none of the movies have, and this is unfair standard to hold them to, but have perfectly encapsulated any of the books. And David Yates has consistently had very highly reviewed Harry Potter movies.
Yeah.
And Crimes of Grindelwald was the first that wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
And so I do think that there is the possibility that further and more extensive examination will go into making the third movie.
Yeah.
More.
Well, they got extra time now.
Lots of extra time.
It says the name is said in Grimmauld Place many times. That's why there's always Death Eaters in the square.
Secret Trooper.
Well, they have Death Eaters scoping out all the places they think Harry could be.
Right. But they seem bored.
They do seem bored. They're like, no. But I agree. I doubt the taboo could break the Fidelius charm. If a wizard was to use a Dementor's kiss victim as a Horcrux, would the person's body become a second copy? I have wondered this before. I have thought that, what if Voldemort, what if someone made Barty Crouch Jr. a Horcrux? Would he be like...
That would be so cool.
I know. I've thought about that so many times before. How could ways Voldemort could come back or something. Or,
oh my gosh! Well, Barty Crouch is so underutilized.
So underutilized.
It's
it.
Infuriating because he was so talented.
He's such a good villain. Yeah, man, I can't believe she just ditched Barty Crouch so quickly like that. But yeah, I do think it. I think you're right. I think it would become a second copy of said person.
Yeah, I think I can see that.
I can see it.
Maybe a diet version.
Yeah,
Like
or like a
something.
mixed version or something.
Right.
Of the person, like brain. But man, I don't know. Yes, I think that would work.
Huh.
I mean, it'd be pretty messed up, but.
Hey, brothers, this is the first time I see you guys live. Just got out of work, working in a supermarket. Hey, thank you so
good
much
job.
for your work.
Bravo.
And I'm so happy I was able to catch you guys. I'm totally obsessed with your videos. Keep it up. Everybody give Maria Pichardo a huge round of applause for her work. We super appreciate it.
We do. Margaret Tim. Time?
Could be either. What if instead of an eventual Harry Potter movie redo, Netflix or something do a 7-season series, or 6 because 1 and 2 can be a single season, to allow for coverage of the books in detail and done properly?
We all want it, don't we?
We do all want it. I've wondered so much about this, like, what would be the way to make it compelling? And I've wondered whether or not you could pop away from Harry, because I feel like, and I think I've said this to you before, you could have an entire narrative that is like the Fred and George narrative,
right,
that helps like build the bigger picture, where you start to see like the story from Hagrid's perspective and all the things he has going on, so that like when Hagrid's interacting with Harry and Sorcerer's Stone, and the way that he slips up is because of all of these events that were happening with Hagrid prior to that moment.
Right.
So it would go so far as to say that I think a well-made TV show series would not only include all of the detail from the books, but it would include detail that isn't in the books.
Yeah,
but it feels appropriate.
Right. I agree with that.
That's my answer.
I agree with that. Oh my goodness. Jeremy Wilson with $50 super chat.
Holy crap, Jeremy Wilson. Thank you so much.
I think, although it is getting about time, we need to start wrapping up. So I think we're going to make this, if you have a question, fire away. But we're gonna start wrapping up right here. In the Chamber of Secrets, young Tom was being revived through the diary, though at the same time Lord Voldemort should have also existed as an ethereal entity. Do theoretically could the same soul exist separately as... Yeah, it seems like it could have happened.
It does seem possible. It seems like the diary in particular was weaponized in a way that the others were not.
Right.
So like I think that the diary sort of had this innate ability to think for itself.
Mm-hmm.
In a way that the locket or the diadem or the cup or the ring, like none of those would have had that kind of power. Would be my thinking.
Yeah, I mean the locket knows a lot about Ron. I guess it spent a lot of time with him.
I think it knows about Ron, because of that exposure.
But I don't know if the locket could have like manifested another Voldemort in the same way the diary could manifest Tom Riddle.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not preserving a memory because the diary is also preserving a memory.
I almost feel like his goals were smaller at the time of the creation of the diary. Like it was almost like so that his heir could reopen the Chamber of Secrets.
Right.
Which would almost be more like his obsession with Slytherin at that point.
Yeah. Because that's Slytherin's plan.
Right. Because at this point in time, he wouldn't have even found his parents yet. Because he wouldn't have made the ring. Diary's number 1.
Yeah.
What you fell over for? Isn't aware how the Ministry can detect Dobby's cast of a hover charm in Chamber of Secrets, but they couldn't detect him apparating. Also, how can you be an intern work at SCB? Go Team Ben. Hey, thank you.
There's so many times the Ministry doesn't notice magic happening at the Dursleys that's inconsistent, like when Tonks packs up all this stuff.
Yep.
Or when Dumbledore does magic in the house. Or just lots of inconsistencies about when they notice the magic happening. And it's infuriating. That. Also, no one's really working at the office right now. So, quarantine life. Yay. Anyway, an apple a day. I don't think Ron is Hufflepuff because he's jealous and unloyal at times. We see this in... yeah, but not... I mean, like Zachariah Smith is jealous and a jerk and a dirtbag, and he's in Hufflepuff, so... Yeah.
Yeah, and I think in Deathly Hallows it's explained by the locket, and I think in Goblet of Fire, it's like... I think it's honest jealousy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that that's a character flaw so much as human nature.
Right. I mean,
to have had Harry be so important for so long and then be important in a way that isn't relevant to the original way that he's important, all of a sudden it's like before Harry's importance to the wizarding world wasn't something Ron could have also maybe done.
Right.
But being entered in the Triwizard Tournament
maybe
is. Yeah.
Jerome Klassen, Spartacus Jr. Nah. What do you think would happen if Diary Voldemort would have met Reborn Voldemort? I bet they would have just joined up.
Yeah, I think they would have merged. Maybe Diary of Voldemort would be a little upset to see how less handsome he is.
Sure. This is an opportunity to re-handsomify.
There you go.
Get that hair back.
Get that hair back. Hashtag shameless for Voldemort.
Would Thor survive if he snapped instead of Hulk? He did take a full force of a star. I feel like Thor could have done it.
I would have liked it. I love Thor.
Thor's great. Marianne, if you had to choose between a sequel series or a prequel series, Marauders or Founders, which would you choose?
Founders. Absolutely.
Written by us.
By us.
There you go.
The Super Carlin. Can you even imagine? Do you think they would even use our names, or would they say the Super Carlin brothers?
They would say our names.
Written by.
It would be. But that's I think for Stranger Things, it's like the Duffer Brothers or whatever. They don't.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So okay.
Maybe we just say the Carlin brothers.
I like it.
But anyway, okay, guys. I think this is where we're going to call it for the evening. Thank you so much for all of your awesome questions throughout the evening. I would be totally up for doing this again.
Yeah. Please just let us know. Like, would you like more? Would you like other stuff? Would you like more of this? Because I feel like there's so many different things that we could, should, can do.
Yeah.
I mean, for Project for Awesome, we ate spicy wings.
Yeah.
I feel like we could do it on here.
We could do it. We could go spicier, Ben.
We could go goggles.
We could go goggle. We could do spicy wings. We could do 60 eggs. Those are the two options.
We'll think of more things.
We'll think of more things.
Don't you guys worry. Guys, thank you so much for all of your generosity, all of the super chats, for the wonderful, very thoughtful questions. We super appreciate it. Until next time, bye!
Stay safe.